back to the major for where we saw Carrigan and his boys get the better of Apex and his.
CT start for Team Vitality, FaZe on the attack, and a smoke up top mid to start. Gonna have a 3-2 division of the Vitality defense. Apex, he's got himself a whole lot of util, a silent entry for Rain into the bedroom. Spinks tending to that possibility. Rushley on the ones and twos with MC. On the context.
Well, the util's on Apex to block B, so it's going to have to be the USPs getting it done over towards A. ZywOo long side. There's the flash. Here comes the waterfall. Yeah,
Rain's going to be the front man, but it's actually going to be a one and done from Spinks. His partner in crime gets completely empty-handed there. Mezzy and Spinks fall. And they will get that bomb down. So mission accomplished. ZywOo's already been goosed, so that, yeah, impact's not going to be felt this time on his Inferno pistol. Hitting the A site. Probably a good call. Is there more? No, there isn't. Apex throws the flash. flameZ is in. flameZ is in. He nearly gets out. Double kill's great. Rain shuts it down, though.
Oh, that was almost one way for the kids to kick things off on Inferno. We had ZywOo when they took to the server yesterday with an ace on the pistol round. flameZ with almost a 1v3 situation. That would have been a thing of beauty. But as soon as you get into the site, you start thinking, okay, this should be pretty straightforward for FaZe. As long as they play these post plans, there should be no issues.
Well, flameZ, after all of his hard work, he's earned himself a Deagle no Kev. He's dropped ZywOo a rifle. He's earned it, I suppose.
Yeah, well, this is quite a threat that's still available. flameZ and Apex over towards B, but they have that drop down 4 in their hands as ZywOo to assist, and it'll take first blood.
Yeah, is that retrievable? Not with Carrigan knocking on the door, but he pieces out. They know there's a window of opportunity away from that M4.
They have to be quick if they want to try and beat the rotation and play the number advantage. Lining up smoke towards the long side. It's going to head towards library. They're going to try and wrap. This is a good call against the lighter buys with the MP9 of Spinks with 1.5.
Ooh, yeah, now, what I thought was a free frag. Apex a little lazy on that one, a bit slow to pull the trigger, but it doesn't matter if flameZ is hitting one taps like that. They've pulled it off. Apex with a double kill. Let's go indeed. They leave with the round, disrupting FaZe's momentum on the second round of play.
Yeah, now they have the miserable force buy to go back the other way, and FaZe strike me as the type of team who just get the Deagles and search. But this is it. If you're going to have the hero M4 dropped, you want to make sure it's in the action. You don't want to just be sitting in pit and having a wait, and the round might not come its way, but that's massive from Apex. And getting fired up, bringing the energy early out, Vitality.
Yeah, didn't get to see that from flameZ's POV, but he's hit a couple of bangers with that no armor Deag. Now it's FaZe's turn. Something they're known for, historically capable in these kind of rounds.
Yeah, the problem is they are just going to have to take their time with this. You need to allow all this CT utility to be siphoned through. All flash and fight.
Whoa,
okay, Apex is fortunate that the flames are on his side and not just the player.
Yeah, jumping while flash banged, and Carrigan swallows a HE grenade down to 47.
Might get Spinks on the long side on a jiggle. Info play, so staying active, Vitality. Oh, and they will have heard that. Carrigan needs to search forward.
Oh, you know what? Not far off of converting onto flames.
Well, you take the dink, and that might entice the rest of FaZe to head over towards B and see if they can finish the job that their in-game leader started. But this is looking very good for a 2-1 lead for Vitality, which should quickly become 3-1 with the full eco next. How interesting can Brokey, Rain, and Rops make this?
Yeah, that's what remains to be seen.
Spinks is close. If there is any lingering FaZe members just trying to waltz in, there can be that Molotov deployed from Spinks or a flash over them towards backside. This boost is making the most of things, Vitality.
There shouldn't be too much here for FaZe. Rain will search. And actually just, he's hit the headshot onto Spinks. It's getting uncomfortable. Does go down after one, but they know there's a booster. And he's gone down too. FaZe have managed to find the site. Incredible shooting from Rain. I thought that crouch was going to be in flameZ' favor, but it led to the death of that CT rotation from Spinks.
Yeah, it's crazy. Spinks gets nothing done there.
Hang on. Yeah, that's a fantastic nade from ZywOo.
Molly will do the job.
He's in trouble, trying to get away, doesn't hit the first tap, and so ZywOo closes it down. A costly one, sure, but all they needed was the round, and it's ZywOo that converts it.
Yeah, X has given a bit of a clap there, but you could see the expression on Apex's face. It should never have been that close. We're talking a 5v3 situation. You had the right read. The rotation was perfect. You had bolstered the correct bomb site. They still get the plant. They still take 4 kills. This is the rain opener. Bang! Spinks just doing the dance.
Yeah, they had 2 flashbangs, and the first one they used is perfect, segregating the fight and managing to take as much as they did. It certainly is.
We were just having, because FaZe get in, they do so much damage with only one member and the bomb going down. Karrigan wants to keep the pressure on. Going to force buy again.
Ooh, is this not a risk,
No,
Chad?
I like it. There's only one player that survived. You know that their buy is going to still be a little bit rough around the edges. I say that as we take a look at 3 M4s and an AK, but lacking util.
Yeah, and they're going to try and surge towards early apps control. Apex goes looking, gets in there, Mac 10 to the face. ZywOo alongside though. Catches Frozen, takes him down. Rain looking to advance. mezZ responsible for Boiler. That incendiary will limit Rain's contributions. A lick of the flame audible. Yeah, that was Robs looking for that M4. Good catch from MC.
Well, they might be able to get it. Vitality have actually turtled up into a 2-2 setup. They've given Brackets control, and they've also foregone Banana. FaZe just need to go and work that out. Over a minute left on the clock, so plenty of time and a decent amount of smokes to go for an execute.
I mean, I feel like he's going to be sitting there for a while, but that is the God Flash, so I will give you a demonstration of how to line it up.
Yeah, and it might even be a gamble. Look at the reposition of mezZ. He was just starting to hedge towards CT spawn. The smoke towards long has drawn him back in, and it hasn't been thrown perfectly, but the job has been done. I feel that Vitality to call another gamble or a bit of a read. It's awfully quiet. 38 seconds.
mezZ's floating. There will be a third man on his way. ZywOo, timing is everything on this. He's going to try and swing through that smoke. Here he comes. They're blind, but he is dead. Huge from Robs. Long-range Tech 9 headshot posted. mezZ, Messi gets 2. But Robs has done the same. It's only Spinks, and that bomb will go down with plenty of time to spare. Robs and Karrigan up against Spinks.
Well, this time there's no utility to clear out those corners.
No
That's what
kit.
helped them last time, the molly and the HE.
This is awkward. Robs has had a huge, impactful round with a Karrigan call to just push all the chips in. They know they have them vulnerable, but Spinks could make this costly. He could come back. 1 versus 2. Denied by Robs. A quad kill from the Estonian. That is 2-2. All tied up.
Yeah, great to see some impact from Robs like that. And this has been a tussle. Neither team has been able to establish what their game plan was going to be coming into this matchup just yet, because we've had the force by wars back and forth almost consistently, and that damage, yeah, that's massive. And then he does everything himself. The Tech 9 coming in, just completely shutting down any of the advances from Vitality to defend that site. And we'll continue. It's not over yet. The force buy needs to come back from Vitality. FaZe wins this, they can break through, and then Vitality will be the ones on that full eco conversation. All right, Boiler and Halls had been taken.
Down goes Rain. Early death is going to be costly. Significant damage to ZywOo. Smoke on library side, but I was still holding on to it.
He's going to have to tuck back in to cover off Arch in case there is the slink potential.
Brokey has the bomb, so I imagine he's just going to be kind of containing while his teammates search.
If they walk through the Arch side smoke, they can pincer onto A, and that looks like what they're doing.
Oh, well done by mezZ.
Good push from Spinks.
Tucking into the site. Spinks, yeah, can go round from behind. Brokey's a free frag. The bomb goes idle. Robs and Karrigan, they've only got 20 seconds. First frag is great. Robs provides the second, but at great cost to his health. Karrigan needs to pick up that bomb now. Apex is going to stop him. Oh, he fights instead. Flash is good. ZywOo's been spotted out with the frag. And he knows where flameZ is too, so he knows where they both are. 13 seconds, it's still not comfortable. And timing, chance squandered on the 5-7. Fake on the plant, hoping to punish, takes the head. You haven't got time for that, Karrigan. Oh no, the clock. It converts the round for him. I think misjudgment there from Karrigan. Thought he had time for a rifle retrieval. Or perhaps anticipated ZywOo to have gone and doubled up. But either way, yeah, it's a bit of a sigh from Karrigan. Knows he could have done a bit more with that.
Whew, all right, well, this game is definitely delivering, isn't it? From the pistol round, we've had purchases every single round that's followed. Nobody's taken an eco, constant force buys, and the rounds are going down to the wire. We've had 3 rounds in a row that have come down to just one player staying alive. Actually, since the pistol as well.
Yeah.
So it was just the second round of play where 2 players for Vitality managed to survive.
And as nice as it was, I mean, you know, testament to what you've just been saying, Chad, it's just how crazy the buys are for both teams. Like, there's just nothing.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to there's no real game plan right now, so they are just brawling. It is just the individuals on display.
1 alive, 2 alive,
Exactly.
1 alive, 1 alive, 1 alive. Entertaining, no doubt about it. Vitality and FaZe locking horns in an advancement match for the Lanxess.
I think another thing that happens when the matches like this is neither team in a lot of these rounds either has full firepower or full utility. So there has to be things that are a little bit either direct or risky, which is why you do get the volatility that we're seeing in some of these scenarios. You can't go, okay, let's get banana control, then let's return, let's get bracket control on the T side. You just don't have the nades to do so.
That's true. So in combination, both of them, yeah.
And then when the CTs don't have the same to block as they traditionally would, they have to take a couple more forward stances. They have to look for fights. And in the force buys from Vitality, you had Spinks with an opener on the Famish. You had Zywoo with the drop down 4 from flameZ earlier in the piece over towards B. So constantly looking for the fights, Vitality.
Throws out the Moto smoke. That was the penultimate smoke from FaZe, so you'd expect there to be a commitment off the back of that. Karrigan has flashbangs, but Apex with their HG onto Frozen elsewhere. That's the lurk gone. And they start to accelerate. Spinks, good find already. Brokey into the side, will find one. Mezzy's the only one there, but not for long. Rain doubles up, the bomb will go down, and FaZe have the site.
Well, do we finally see a save? We might have to. They were so far away. It wasn't like they had an early lead time on that Apps explosion. And they will just look to retain these rifles, the Galil and the M4 for flameZ and Apex respectively. So they're going to carry these through. We'll tie things up again. It'll be 3-3. This also means that the loss bonuses haven't been able to build because we've just been going back and forth. So it'll be 1,400 yet again for Vitality.
Yeah, Bleak with 2 rifles into the next.
Yeah, so flameZ at the moment has 600, so he's going to have 2k. He might be able to drop something. Apex is going to be at 1750. Maybe they want to give a scout to Zywoo. I know it's Inferno, but maybe can harass down towards middle within the early stages. But still, nobody's broken through. But I think the fact that they saved 2 rifles says that, yeah, Vitality are just going to shovel in yet again. So, yeah, okay, Apex has dropped the Galil to Zywoo. He's bought himself an MP9. I think flameZ's dropped an MP9 as well, and one's been equipped from Spinks. So, this looks like rounds that we've already seen from them throughout this half. Look how many MP9s are in the server. They're not all even on one side. We've got 2 MP9s carried over from FaZe. One for Rain, one for Karrigan. This is wild.
This is just a bare-knuckle brawl right now. MP9s for the T side, but it's Frozen's first, and it's an impactful one onto Flames. Going, looking. Apex cautiously retrieves that M4.
Yeah, and you immediately want to look at the radar. Are the A defenders looking to group up and try and take some space? Well, no. Both planted quite defensively, as it is Banana, where they want to take this duel. Spinks with the assistance of Apex to see if they can catch the crawl. It's Frozen's first kill. Good time to get activated. Chance to finally break Vitality. Wary of Apartment's pushes. So Rain being diligent with his util. And no secret steps will have been heard. So full mid control. They haven't been able to say the same for Banana just yet.
Oh, this is a good combo. Designed to disrupt this very setup. Spinks and Apex noted. Chipping away at Apex to 35. It's Zywoo. Elevated on the barrel. Karrigan. Down and out, but immediate from Rops on the way back. Mezzy long range, but down. And so the A side once again falls, and Vitality may just have to resign themselves to a very similar situation to the previous.
Okay, so now we should see the save from Vitality that will result in an eco behind the M4 and the MP9.
Yeah, so is this a moment's respite from the chaos?
In a way, but they still have to... I'm curious to see if Apex even opens with the M4, if he gives it to somebody else, right? But regardless, there's still threats for FaZe. It's not like they're getting a clean anti-eco round where they just get to play against USPs or maybe upgrades into P250s. This is still a couple of weapons to deal with. There's also smokes, HEs, so never an easy round. But you'd feel like you've broken through as far as the economy game is concerned.
Oh, through the lamp. Artsy.
Okay, well. First consecutive rounds for FaZe. Vitality found theirs early on after their force buy and the follow-up, but too many casualties. And then these force buy wars continued. frozen's first kill, as mentioned, a nice little opener onto flameZ. And ZywOo in a very committed position, so good trade from ropz. mezii does what he has to, but getting wrapped on from that long side, so he was going to be a dead man walking regardless.
Yeah, but if ropz is wrapping, it is a rop, I think. As Chad has highlighted, still something to be concerned about for FaZe. They're not going to be rushing anything willy-nilly.
Did a big moment from the captain for Vitality if they want to win this round. He started mid, now back over to B, and already 35 points of health.
Yeah, we've been here before. Last time they probed Banana, that was the same result for Apex, just brought down to an uncomfortable amount of HP.
I think you're just going to have to gamble stats on to give you Vitality. In this type of scenario, group up, hope that you've rolled the dice correctly. FaZe with heavy forces in Banana. It is just ropz over towards second mid. More B pressure applied. Flash over. frozen can take the duel. And a big part of this is, we saw the M4 here. We're calling the bluff. Is he going to stay here now that he's, we know he knows where does he want to find himself? And that gamble starting to manifest if you take a look at the radar. ZywOo cheating over to help out the A-bomb site as well. It is just flameZ. And there's another part of this, in that conversation that Shox referenced with had it with Apex, Alexi, Carrigan. The mind games of this is like, okay, well, they showed the M4 here. Are they stacking here? Right, do they want to let us in? Is that why no one's peeking now? Like, frozen's gone forward. He's now noted a player's on the boost. That's information. They can still rotate back. Everything else is relatively clear.
Well, they were cutting it fine. I mean, 15 seconds. Now that smoke fades, and so long as they get across and the re-smoke comes in, yeah, they've just about managed their time perfectly. Look at that. 7 seconds as Carrigan delivers the package. I mean, thank God frozen went searching. Without that probe, you're walking into that stack, and it could have gone a different way. Instead, FaZe, thankfully, covered their bases and work it out.
Just important that Apex and Spinks hold on to these, even though they are going to buy up into the next round. Normally, and I know we're quite deep within the half at this point, but first rifle rounds for the CTs after losing pistol and forces can always be a little bit rough around the edges regarding all the goods. So a couple of extra rifles, this is going to help them down the stretch.
Brokey wants to kind of disrupt that. He's going on a bit of a search. And it's resulted in the loss of his rifle. mezii could have done with taking that AK, but instead loses his life.
Yeah, it's only the MP9, so not the end of the world. I wonder if we see an AWP get dropped across to ZywOo. That could be made possible by Spinks. We'll keep our eyes on those purchases, but FaZe with a 2-round lead. And, well, we mentioned the fact that these two teams have played each other 3 times this year, and every time it's been the playoffs of a tournament, we've had...
Oh, good, boys.
Yeah, it's good damage as well.
All right, well...
It's all good.
Not the end of the world, only 2-round difference. Still plenty to be played within this map. Here's that AWP, so was dropped across. ZywOo getting active with it, and removed. Big one from ropz, just swings straight into ZywOo.
And there's another on the menu. mezii does well to get away with his life. An important equalizing frag.
It's insane that how ropz has just gone so quickly into that fight.
He's not shy, is he? And it's not really kind of typically his style. But he knows his timings. Brings the fight early, and it's profitable. 10th frag from ropz, looking like he's in good form today. Familiar opponent.
The Tech 9 round that he had has been the most impactful so far.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by flameZ' position here. He's kind of alone on the site and opting for a very active angle on pool. Will likely slip away as the smoke starts to fade. Apex is looking to join him.
Yeah, worst case, he found himself towards CT and they're in a full retake setup. Now that Apex is over, oh, Spinks has info. Here we go.
All right, Apex, what are you going to do with this? No util, really. Good fast flank. Spinks has put the bomb down. That's going to completely change the plans of FaZe. Really uncomfortable round now for FaZe Clan. They're just going to pick up the bomb and go. Same plan. Slightly delayed. Flame should have at least one. Empty-handed. Rain has found a huge frag back. Bomb down. 3 on 3. This is an intense retake, and it could have got awkward for Spinks. Caught jumping up, mantling on towards the barrels. Frozen concedes, just backs away. Time on their side. The last of their util used to try and take half wall, but Frozen on the reaggress, and mezZ falls. Karrigan takes 2. It's a FaZe 6th on this T side.
All right. Well, we're going through the history. That match over in London, the spring finals for Blast, Inferno was the map choice of FaZe. They won it 13-4. And then they lost the series, 13-10 on Dust2, and then 13-6 on Mirage. So they're keeping up their strong form on Inferno versus Vitality. Should be an opportunity for them to look for that 7th. Now they have upgraded into a Silence M4. There's always been a threat for Vitality in these rounds. There's not a single round where it's just been, you know, the lightest of possible investments. Again, they're going to have to worry about a couple of upgrades. MP9, Deagle, Smokes, and flameZ with the big one.
Oh, they're going to be calling for a flash. It's all about the timing here. Frozen, ooh, does well. Very well. And the pre-fire, oh my god, you heard that. 2 AKs just starting, anticipating. Apex, however, with a combination with his SMG and the HE, he brings down Brokey. Karrigan will trade. And it looks like a 7th looms. I think much more for mezZ and ZywOo to do with only Desert Eagles.
It's crazy at this point how many opening duels Frozen has been involved in. And for the most part of this game, he was on the receiving end.
Wasn't he 0 and 6?
Yeah, he was. But now he's, well...
5 and 6.
But the kills he's 3 and 5 in opening duels. So he's, you know, of those frags that he'd given away, 5 of them were opening deaths. Now he's starting to get his own back. So a great resurgence from Frozen.
Like a comeback in the middle of a half, it's impressive.
Yeah, there's some players, if they don't start the game strong, if they don't get a kill on the pistol in the early rounds against the Force, they can just continue to be slow, and then you're getting beaten down, and then you're not going to continue to be aggressive or take your fights. It seems like it's the opposite for Frozen.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about confidence being a really important component in a player, and so a lot of players kind of derive their confidence.
City guy low. One of the city guys low.
I leave banana though.
Ruins 1 SP, one guy.
You stay there, David? Yeah.
I'll go close ruins now.
He's dead, banana.
Ruins dead. Nice! Let's fall by again.
Yeah. Good fucking shit, man. Good entry, Ruben.
Fucking nice.
Pretty calm.
Yeah.
Right, 3v3 post-plant position. Pretty calm. That's what you like to see. Well, ZywOo gets another opportunity on the AWP. Last time, had it only for a brief moment.
See if we can do more with it there. ZywOo made quite a statement in his opening game. We have only seen that one game, Vitality versus Furia. This is our second look at what Vitality are bringing to IEM Cologne 2024. Same could be said for FaZe. And there's ZywOo's orb. Good for it, but down after 1. Frozen loses his light and the bomb. Rops is there. That's team play. They leave with an advantage and the site.
Yeah, Rops did his job perfectly there. That late piece through Boiler. That setup gets rumbled. They're waiting there for the progression halls, which we've seen quite consistently from FaZe. Rain and Rops up through Boiler and halls being quite aggressive. That's how the last time ZywOo had an AWP got rumbled. This time they go straight up the guts, go long side, AWP signs off. They learn of the Boiler setup, and Rops comes through and cleans house. It has to be another Vitality save, and it's these two yet again, Apex and flameZ. Karrigan has gotten wind of this and is already on the hunt. But yesterday was way too easy for Vitality, wasn't it? I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in the way that they just absolutely mauled their opponent. It was a non-issue whatsoever. Ooh. Okay, Apex does get that one. And should get away with his life. Let's go into the final round of the first half. Vitality are going to be kicking themselves, because after they won the 4 spy and the follow-up, if they didn't give away so many kills in that 3-play, it was a 3v5 where Spinks rotated CT, Apex boosted flameZ back site, and that round came down to a one-on-one situation where they gave away the plant, they gave away all those rifles. If they hadn't have messed up in that variety, we would have likely seen FaZe go forward to take an eco, and then they could have started establishing themselves in the half. But since that point, Vitality's finances have been on the ropes. Sure, there's been the possibility to have a couple of these hero M4s or saved M4s in the mix, the threats that I've been talking about, but they never really got an opportunity to establish their full game plan with full buys in this first half of play.
Yeah, no, it's really, it's admirable considering losing that second round force after winning the pistol. You'd think that that marks like a kind of change in momentum, but even losing the following, but making it costly, and Carrigan making that call to take it with Tech9s, it's resulted in an 8-3 half. We could be looking at a 9-3 half with all of that said. See how they try and finish this one off. flameZ and Apex been having their trials on B. This HE looks like it's destined to do some damage to flameZ. He pushes ahead and does manage to avoid the brunt of it, but he is being run at by Carrigan. Look at him go. Nade, Flame, thinks twice about it with a single flashbang. He's going to set his boys up.
Yeah, the fact that you draw out that smoke at about 1:22 on the clock, mission accomplished. You've applied so much pressure. Vitality feel like they're under threat. The comms, if you're the A guys right now, you'd be hearing the B players just screaming that smokes, flashes, HEs, they're picking, and we hear them in the molly.
Yeah.
So now they get a moment of respite, but that's where FaZe turn their attention to take this mid control. Rain making no secret of this. Nade down Spinks' pocket.
Ooh, didn't quite nail the flash plate. Gets away with his life. Going through the motions here, FaZe, so you've already taken and maintained banana control. Now you've got brackets and a bit more. They want to search short. mezZ might peek around this, and he's done well to find Carrigan.
Oh.
Hang on, ZywOo. Best drops, and now it's looking good for a Vitality 4. Anticipating a B finish. That util has landed on CT. Apex unable to do too much. Does have a smoke of his own, though.
Have to go through.
Yeah, but that's if you can get past that SMG. Elevated was flameZ, finds it with the MP9. Brokey just spams away at the smoke, does well to find himself a kill, grabs the AK-47, Rain's alongside for it. flameZ in the smoke. It's chaos, but Brokey hits the shot. Oh, and Rain hits another! Good God, I think they've turned it around. The hard work done. How has that happened? Brokey and Rain miraculously enter the B site with a couple of seconds to spare. Oh, Vitality are going to be kicking themselves if they can't close. mezZ and Spinks tasked with getting back into this B bomb site. mezZ coming in first. Barrel spotted. Brokey knows he executes it. And now the last to fall. That is miraculous. What a way to close out the half. A 9th and 5 frags between the two of them. Rain and Brokey, heroes for FaZe as we take 2.
By her emptiness, I've been about to see the spectre. The black coat of the night, slowly diving in this indigo depths. And the sun, dividing the land.
Rain is about to jump into the server to play Vitality for a spot in the Lanxess Arena. And, well, we were looking online today about your history in Cologne, and ESL posted a couple of things about all the events in Cologne that you've attended. It's crazy. It's insane, actually. I think you were the only player to do that.
Am I?
I don't know, actually.
I thought Carrigan also had...
Yeah.
I think he also played all the local ones, but I might be wrong here. But yeah, it feels good.
No. I was just checking if you were paying attention, but it's awesome that you're here in Cologne again. Now, of course, for FaZe, last year was not the result that you would have hoped. You know, you always want to be playing in at LANXESS and having a chance to get to that trophy. How do you feel the form as the team has gone now that you booked that great first win versus Liquid?
Yeah, I think it's a good start getting the win versus Liquid after our rough start of the season so far. I think we've worked a lot, and Kerrigan has implemented a lot of new stuff, and his calling style is also changing a little bit. So I think we're doing very good progress.
Yeah, could you elaborate a little bit more? Of course, whatever you can say, because Kerrigan was saying, okay, everything's going to change. Like, how much changed for you personally and for the team?
I think it's more about going back to his old ways a little bit, about calling a lot more on intuition than just the game plan. So I think that's what it is, reading the game a little bit more and playing like that.
Okay. Do you think that those are changes that will benefit you particularly against the game that Vitality likes to play?
I'm not sure if it would do it versus Vitality, but it's more about overall the team feeling. You feel like there's more passion in a way, in the way we're playing, and people get to communicate more. We have to relay more information to each other and just instead of just playing with the playbook. So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
TT, you got plant.
Triple.
Plant. Plant, Hobby.
Watch banana fast. Can be banana. Smoke fade again.
Banana dead. CT last was.
No. Oh, yeah. Nice!
Fucking insane, bro.
Fucking shot blocking, man.
Yeah, insane indeed. It is 9-3 in the first map of this advancement match. It's between FaZe and Vitality. Both teams still in that upper bracket, but one of them securing the LANXESS today. And I'm sure the fandoms of both the Golden Hornets and the FaZe team are going to be looking forward to trying to see their team locked in for the LANXESS arena. Ouch. That's a warning shot to Robs.
Yeah, and he's the only one defending A because FaZe have decided to operate with a 4-player B stack. So that's maybe a little bit of help to entice Vitality into looking for this finish. Molly out of flames here to clear off that porch side. Frozen having to now search down Banana. Will Apex go overlooked?
Is it a little bit of a mind game? Oh, nice shot, Robs. Gets the most out of it. Apex, however, was waiting for this, and oh, wow. He's put a bullet onto Frozen's head. Rain, a good tap. Yeah, this is going to get hectic. This is uncomfortable. Highly uncomfortable. And Mezzi's doing everything he can. A third is great. And the bomb is on his back, if he only knew.
Oh, Brokey should dangle Frozen on his fishing rod.
Oh, this is going to be tough to get them both. Is he going to be anticipated? It doesn't matter. With the low HP, Frozen still hits the headshot.
Can't believe Robs gets a kill, considering that early goosh, you know, from that moto position, grabbing a kill, taking his time with it, and that almost spells the map in favor of FaZe.
I was going to be like, why didn't Mezzi just run to B? Because he saw Brokey and Frozen. Apex saw both of them down there, but of course,
better beat him with the rotation back up and right. For sure.
So yeah, he did what he could with it. Triple kill from Mezzi, but as you said, this spells trouble for Vitality if they can't win this one.
Yeah, they've been able to get an AK in the hands of ZywOo, who's got head up behind it, so let's see if he can make a play. Even just so they can start warming into the series. They're going to go into their map choice of Dust2 next, and they'll be a whole lot more comfortable, but to get blown out in a match for the arena, Vitality did make it to the LANXESS last year. Mezzi, the only one not part of this team. He would love to grace the Cologne stage. We've never seen Mr. Merriman out there. But everybody else in the server we have, and FaZe, they've even won it.
There you go. That's ZywOo doing what ZywOo does best with the AK-47. That's why you put the Kalashnikov in his hands as you look to try and disrupt the A site. Straight in, double kill. Nice back from Brokey. Yeah, they nearly lined up for the double. Mezzi just 3 HP. The bomb going down. And ZywOo putting another one in the dirt. Brokey solo in trouble. Looks like Vitality have done enough to make a little bit more out of this second half.
Oh, we're going to get more of this forced by nonsense. I think that'll be dependent on if Brokey and Frozen can hold on to their upgrades. Apex really wants to take this away, and, well, yeah, he's been a big enough distraction to get another for ZywOo. So everything ZywOo needed, drop the AK, finds the opener, and that essentially secures Vitality the round. They're fourth, just a 6-round game now. I say just. MR12, it's going to be quite quick to get back into things, and that's where the financial decisions of FaZe we're going to have to put under a microscope, just like we did with Vitality in the first half.
I mean, yeah, this is a replay so far of the first half as far as rounds go. FaZe with both pistols. Vitality with both second round forces. How brawly do we get?
I think that FaZe should invest, but not fully. They don't have
a little bit of residual kind of
and
vibe.
then in the next they can get a P250 or whatever, and then they can actually have a full gun round. But what do I know?
Carrigan disagrees, apparently.
Well, they think they can win it right here, right now. Their individuals have looked a whole lot better.
The 5-smoke strategy, it's so pure. No flashes, none of that nonsense, just good old-fashioned smoke grenades.
It's all just going to come down to blocking and hopefully forcing them into the stack. So a truckload of util thrown top banana, but that all seems like it was a bit of a ruse. It looked like Vitality wanted to start setting their sights on the A-bomb site. They've been blocked towards top mid, which has changed the plans again. It's been quite erratic with this. Brokey sounds off. 5-7 now noted. Oh, the other A smoke is on Rops, and he's in the side, so he will not be able to constrict middle whatsoever. They smoked off the long side.
Oh, Rops is under scrutiny.
Coming in fast.
Yeah, they are about to put a lot of pressure. He loses his support. He loses himself. There you go. Well, that was efficient. Well managed, well executed. Vitality get themselves into the A site once more.
Okay, well, hold on to your goodies again. Frozen will get to retain this Famous for yet another round of play. It's the upgrades on Carrigan and Brokey that are the only difference makers going into the next round, where, yeah, this one should be the save.
Winning a pistol doesn't seem to mean too much if you can't win that second.
But you look at both of the second round forces for Vitality, with the kills that they managed to get on the pistol rounds, they were able to, in the first one, drop ZywOo an M4, and in the second, on the T side, drop him an AK. So you have a superstar, you've put the weapon in his hands, and he found the entries in both of those rounds. Top banana, he got a kill on the M4, and now wrapping around that arch side, he got the opening kill onto range. So that's the impact that you're looking for. And the game plays more direct in these early moments, which is where both of these teams can thrive if the players are all willing to put their bodies on the line. You know, swing, take the jewels, that you get a bit more of their individualism on play as opposed to the tactical side of, hey, let's throw this, let's throw that. But we've already had that conversation. Maybe we have to have another half where it's the same.
I'm afraid it might be the case. As you said, Dust2 Vitality's pick. That will be our second Counter-Strike treat. See what they can do with what they have. 3 saves, 1 rifle.
Oh, and they picked the correct side to hit again. Rops and Rain, the A defenders, the ones who went down in the preview.
Nice catch with the boost.
Okay.
But that is just going to accelerate them into the USPs. And you know what works? SMGs versus no Kevlar. Flames had no problem against Rain there. Spinks takes down Robs after his P250 did some work.
Well, they'll give it a look.
Yeah, no harm, no foul, but pushing through that smoke without anyone else.
And Brokey and Frozen are still faffing around top banana. Frozen's been able to pick up that AK.
All right, well, that looks like it's just too appealing to bring through to the next, doesn't it?
Yeah, Brokey might want to try and do some damage.
Might not be super attached to the FAMAS.
No, I think he's be more than happy to get rid of that, wouldn't he? But as far as the finances go, it's still starting to carry through. It'll help you out in the util department a little bit. But we come into this half, FaZe win the pistol, you think, all right, this one's going to be done quite quickly. Well, now, it's just a 4-round game.
Welcome to MR12.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If FaZe buy, then they lose the round. And let's say they don't save an awful lot. We're going to be in a 2-round game, essentially. It can get away from you very quickly. Vitality know that. So not giving up hope after a tough first half, and a first half where they probably should have had an extra round or 2. All right, well, we're about to see the first rifle round of the second half take shape, but we've had action non-stop. What's the opener look like for FaZe? It looks like Frozen will be tasked with just holding B on his own. 4 players starting over towards A for FaZe.
This is an active app setup. Forward positioning, but it does look like Vitality want to go direct. That might change their plans, though. Smoked half wall. Molly and go. Gonna walk through this. Okay, silent, but they're on their way.
Yeah, they're coming in.
Yes, Carrigan, it might be a bit too late on that smoke. Suddenly panicked, flustered, good flash. Carrigan pushes. Oh, it's beautiful. He gets himself a double, make it a triple from the captain. Flame slipped the net. Are they aware? They are now. Gets the information. Good work from Rain. And FaZe, I mean, it's rare to see something like that work so perfectly. 2 flashes, Carrigan swings on the second, and 3 players doing the dance on an early B commit.
There's a detail. Oh, okay. How many more is he going to get? The bomb is in an almost irretrievable position towards CT spawns. So the fact he's gotten 2 kills, that's great, but surely nothing more.
Yeah, I think the fun stops here, but Spinks has got 10 grand in the back. He might just keep having some fun. Bomb couldn't be more irretrievable if they tried. Actually, Brokey is going to be exposed to that, and Spinks has managed to make this a 1 versus 2. I think FaZe might be getting a little uncomfortable now, as Spinks might actually get that bomb back in his hands. Rain's holding it. Yeah, cut to Carrigan. After all of his hard work, he was starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah, well, that's almost the same that happened within the first half of play to the Deagles, the 3v4 situation, 3v5 situation towards the B side, just giving away a lot of casualties in a round where you can start to establish your own economy. And your in-game leader does so much hard work. We'll catch that one again on the replay. Perfect timing on the push through. Hands over faces. The in-game leader locks down 3 in style. And then this is where the bomb gets dropped, and you think, okay, well, that should be it. But Spinks has done a little bit of a dent. Brokey's been able to bring out the AWP.
That flash, the perfect demonstration of just how good it can look. How the God prefix was found. With utility.
Going through.
Flashing through, Frozen forced away. Carrigan the same. Top banana gained. Save from the Flame, Mezzy, and Rops still gets 1. Missed shot from Brokey. Flames is allowed a second chance.
Well, they're keeping FaZe moving between the sites. So there are going to be a lot of gaps.
Like a test over here, a test over there. And contacting? They'll be ahead of this. Mezzy starts to run. Oh, big headshot from Merriman. Testing Carrigan, he's been brought low, should go down here, empty-handed, and Vitality. They've broken into the B-bomb site, and quite a direct approach. Is that kind of Apex, good old-fashioned Apex calling?
Well, I think this is where the mind games between these 2 teams is going to play in an awful lot. Because in that previous round, hold on a sec, we might have Brokey either going down and getting a kill on his AWP. It's going to be the latter. Jump spot, so they know they're under pressure with the hunt. That's the ramifications of giving away so many rifles to Spinks in the previous. Apex wants to remove it all, knowing that they can make their life a whole lot easier as part of this comeback. Okay, and now we can have a conversation. So they started 4A with Frozen blocking B, and one of the key ways they opened that previous round, which is where Carrigan rotated back and got the triple kill, is they flashed Rain forward for info middle, but started double apartments. Then as soon as Rain called mid-clear, Carrigan was like, all right, I'm immediately just going to go towards this B bomb site. So they had a good idea it was going to be quite direct out of Vitality. Okay. I know Yanko always likes to talk about Vitality. There's a difference with this team if they win pistol and how they're going to approach first gun rounds, or if they lose it. And I think the fact that they were able to get that force buy in their favor, and then when the rifles came out, they were doing something together as a unit more direct. Right? Yeah. They're going to take more of a risk as opposed to going straight into defaulting. Yanko can correct me. Actually, he's not on the desk, is he?
No, but we lost him. We got Jacob Pimp Finicky and Maniac.
Well, Yanko's been talking about that, like on the CT sides, if they win the pistol and get the conversions, their first gun round is going to be something a bit more aggressive and direct, whereas if they don't, they're going to play a bit more of a safer, a bit more of a standard approach.
Aggressive and direct looks good here.
Top. No way. Check. It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's good money.
ZywOo the motivator. It's okay. It is okay. Vitality 7. As Chad was saying, these gaps can close quick, but FaZe did just find themselves their second CT round. They need to put them back in the dirt. FaZe, they've saved rifles consistently, a couple. You can see the Brokey's AWP and Rain. Can Vitality find a clean 8th there? Avoid this saved AWP.
They do look set on this B execute. Brokey and Karrigan have smokes to block.
Ooh, they're getting ahead of the play. It's a fantastic flash from Karrigan. Frozen does well to find himself something with the aggress. Maybe Brokey's AWP is going to get a chance here. Oh, and it does. Flames down. Apex, he's going to have second thoughts now, surely. Spamming away at the smoke.
Well, your way back is with Spinks, and he hasn't taken too much space just yet. Starting to probe because he has to. 35 seconds.
They're running. They are running. And Rob's just left, so yeah,
It's
Rain.
Rain in the pit with the AK. That's the other saved gun.
Ooh, interesting scenes here.
They don't have a molly to clear him either.
Okay, Rain, let's see what you got, mate. That smoke really will limit the sight line he wanted to work with.
He jumps out pit, Spinks should have him.
Whoa, still was ready for Spinks. Now he maneuvers around that smoke. 13 seconds, planting safe on Cold Zera. Rain, well aware that ZywOo was likely trying to isolate him, hunt him down. They've used their smokes very well here, Vitality. Pushing smokes. ZywOo! What a transfer! Turns around, spins into the second. It's up to Apex, though, in the clutch. And Rob pushed through, finds the headshot. Apex just shy of the head. That's a miraculous turnaround from FaZe.
Damn, I had him dead to rights as he's jumping out of pit, and you can see him wanting to reposition so he can try and deal with the site players. Still able to get his AK across in time onto Spinks, and that's the difference maker kill in my mind. This is great from Frozen. Shaw gets one, but it baits them forward. They think, okay, that's just the standard B defenders. Brokey grabs his, and Rops continues to do damage, getting both of these up to 18 kills. Great to see Rops with this level of form. All right, just one more round for FaZe now to pick up their map choice.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, that's premeditated. ZywOo drops that one to give him a bit of a buffer to work around over towards Brooms. That's worked perfectly, and FaZe will have heard that, so they know they can't just peer on down for this banana control.
They find one that works. They find one that works wonderfully. Frozen brings down the Woo. mezii quick to find Karrigan, but he knows Frozen's not far behind him. Flames putting a lot into this. Got to be careful. He's trying to find info safely and does catch perhaps a glimpse of Robs. Rain still undetected.
Rain might clear deep.
Yeah, he does have a look, and he can actually just spots Flames running towards B. Surely that's a little sign that we need to get the rotation going. Frozen under pressure. A nice headshot from mezii. 2 kills from the Brit in this one. Trades ZywOo, then builds into it with a frag to open up the B bomb site. Spinks has caught Robs, trying to get towards Banana through mid.
I was going to say that feels like the save, and they are going to try and back off, but with Spinks so close, you wonder, hey, should we hang around and have a little bit of a look? He dropped off after that kill. So Rain and Brokey, the two who saved before, looking to save again. And those saved weapons were worth their weight in gold. Brokey's already passed your line of sight, so Apex should have this one.
There hasn't been a single round this half that FaZe haven't saved Summit.
Apex didn't have that one.
Not yet. No. It's in fact Brokey's been doing great on the saves.
Well, they have worked back into this, haven't they, Vitality? Couple of rounds that they're going to be kicking themselves over. Nade's going to do some damage, but Brokey will retain the AWP, and Rain the A4. Now, Brokey could drop a rifle. Karrigan can buy his own, and maybe just an MP9 for Rops or Frozen to operate with, who get left in the lurch. But yeah, you see the second incendiary comes through on the fade of the smoke, so just wait it out, ZywOo. Good work from mezii.
Yeah, real clean with it. Spinx's lurks have been looking successful as well. Something he's been criticized for. Not always being as active as perhaps his team need him to be. Well, keep an eye on that. We've got 4 rounds required out of Vitality.
Yeah, and no loss bonus built for either team, but more importantly, FaZe. If Vitality lose a round, it doesn't matter, it's over. That's GG. But if FaZe lose this one, another opener. Yeah, well, if this round continues in the direction it's going, FaZe are going to have to take an eco or the saves again. If you're Vitality, maybe you'll throw more at hunting those guns away, knowing just the ramifications. As you set up with a flash to clear out boiler and halls. So what is the indicator for Vitality for the finish? Do they send mezZ, who is low, deep in towards B? Because he might not get all the necessary information. Because he is so low, right? He could just die in the choke point. And FaZe have called a bit of a gamble stack. They've just kept the A defenders planted. And this is looking like it's going to work out perfectly. 35 seconds on the clock. Bomb committed apartments. This will be A.
Most definitely. Robs holding the angle, puts flameZ on 1 HP. Rain, Robs combined to defend the site. Apex is low, Rain can do this. Brokey there, and it's lovely from FaZe Clan. Limited resources, no problem. FaZe Clan 13, Vitality just 8. It was FaZe's pick, they converted and are now 1 map away from the Lanxess Arena.
Team Vitality. They were in the playoffs last year, made it to the semifinals, eliminated by Ents. mezZ was not a part of the team at the time, though. I'm sure he would love to grace the Lanxess stage for the first time.
I love a little CT mid push. Even the pros do. But what do you do when you don't get anything? Robs has got a lot to do here. And that's a brilliant way to start. 1 tap to the head of Apex. They continue to commit. And it's looking good for Vitality. Robs, he needs help, he needs backup, and instead he loses his head. Frozen, however, has found contributions on the cross. Those are hard shots. He's hit 2 of them. Oh, it's only Frozen. Can he do more? Oh, flameZ! That is a huge quad kill.
Okay, that's the output that you're looking for.
Bro, watching that from the death POV, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. I'm sure it would look great on his too, but just how little you see of him, how quick that bullet finds his opponent's head. Spinx found 1.
And that's the reason that they start running flameZ down on his own, because they know Spinx is on the lurk. So Brokey and Frozen want to isolate a 1-on-2 duel in their favor, and they can't do so. Crispy, Vitality pick up their first pistol.
Oh, and Apex hit the cross.
Series, yeah, well, those nades, a little bit shy of the mark. I love the tenacity out of Spinx. The aggression just runs them down before they can get back. And maybe, just maybe, we will start a half of this series without the second round force falling away from the pistol victors.
That might be nice.
Especially if you're a Vitality fan.
Tag onto ZywOo.
Needs another of those.
Yeah, not going to be able to find it, but Robs, he's done well to finish off.
Dink.
Onto Spinx. They've taken a lot of damage, but unfortunately with the equipment they have, Brokey and Rain probably going to look to save.
Yeah, 2 scouts, not the weapons for the retake, is it? So if they can hold on to these, they can be a little bit prickly going into the next round. The USPs can soften, they can finish off the softened opponents. They can soften as well.
They can.
It normally goes scout tag into conversion, but the other way works too. We'll take either at the moment.
Sure, FaZe will. Vitality doing their due diligence, making sure they bring all the best goodies through.
Yeah, well, Apex in his signature scout found the opener, and now he's going up against 2 scouts the next round, but he dropped it.
Yeah, maybe live to regret that, we'll see. But still, Galil prioritization makes sense.
And there won't be an AWP, so they are going to go rifle heavy, but they know a scout was saved. So that's already, here it is, bang! That's a beaut.
Yeah, I think we do need that. Deserves a slow-mo. Lovely headshot to Garrigan.
You miss every shot you don't take, Alex.
Bang, yeah. A wise man once said that. Isaac Newton, I think.
Yes. Harry's a big fan of him.
I like his fluid.
The lighter fluid.
Newtonian.
Oh.
Ah, oh, prickly indeed. It's a slow demise for Brokey. They find him eventually.
Threatening!
Rops! Very threatening. Recovers the AK from the first. Spinks' AK then. Oh, sorry, Apex's used against Spinks. And this has gone horribly wrong. Robs with a touch of aggression, using that 5-7 to deadly effect. And mezZ, he's done very well with that one. Clears out long on his own in one spray. Robs finds the bomb, but this is uncomfortable. If he goes any further, mezZ's pre-aim is brilliant, but Robs, he's one step ahead. Woo spots Rain. Interesting.
Rain should back off, shouldn't he?
So there's an information that is not Robs. Robs is somewhere else. Rain was towards B, and they've got 48 seconds to solve this together. Bomb T spawn. Oh, it's uncomfortable for everyone.
There's no way Zywo goes through suicide, so he will pair up with mezZ. Robs might go uncleared.
Oh, he gets the head of Zywo, and now mezZ is the only one alive. He doesn't have the health for this. He does not have the health to really participate. Robs, an impactful quad kill back. Sure, no second round conversion, but how about a third?
If Robs keeps up this form, we might even see him smiling soon because, look, there's been some conversation about Robs and his form in recent times. He is in beast mode right now, Inferno. Great impact in the early stages of this one. Massive. These are not easy shots to hit by any stretch of the imagination. Just a little headshot angle, sure, but Robs just annihilates them. He had a Tech 9 round early on in Inferno, now a 5-7 and scavenged AK round early on Dust2. This is maybe what FaZe needs to pick up the series 2-0.
mezZ wants to go. Yeah, flashes are there. mezZ's out. Long corner smoke arrives.
Yeah, when you go for that opener that you just saw FaZe operate with, it tends to feel that maybe long isn't that well fortified. Someone's going to throw you the doors smoke and then maybe jump up short or throw you the flashes. And then if you molly blue bin, you can definitely feel that long's a little bit weaker. So Vitality call the bluff and they get some key real estate. All the ruse, long corner smoke, nobody playing ahead of it for FaZe. They will not have the information.
Apex testing Karrigan. No flash, just dry. Wins the duel. Brokey overwhelmed, caught off guard by that contact play. Good chance for Rain to double up here. He has done damage, but there's pressure from every angle. He's done so much damage. Zywo, Apex, and mezZ even catching frozen CT. There's nothing here for Robs. Well, that was hard fought, but Vitality, they will prevail.
They kind of played FaZe exactly as they wanted Vitality. They went out long, they threw the cross smoke. They weren't playing long. I think they left an individual towards blue bin in case there was some re-aggress. And they've just piped themselves through shore and all the fights. Brokey missing a shot. He's in so much trouble at that point with the body swinging around the corner. And now Zywo is going to get that AWP to carry through. So,
Last entry done.
I used to play with Zywo.
I imagine that was from the scout round a little bit earlier in the piece.
Yeah, Zywo, obviously an inspiration.
That's quite official from mezZ. I'm surprised he didn't call him sir.
Yeah, maybe a little bow.
But that setup that FaZe found themselves in tells me they're expecting an all-in long. You wouldn't... It feels so claustrophobic with the setup they had because Karrigan wasn't playing forward for info. Rain was tucked in towards Gandalf in case they do cross and he can be a nuisance, and then Brokey's AWP. So they bit hook, line, and sinker to it being a long play.
And that little jiggle from Karrigan gave Apex all the information he needed. And that missed shot from Brokey, but also the fact that he's forward, he's not on the drop-down angle, that implies that they really had considered that it was maybe max one short.
Yeah, and if you wanted to search for info, you would have wanted to call your B players back over to help from middle, right? Short and mid.
Oh, bloody hell. Crossing is a problem right now.
He does play with Zywo.
He does, yeah, that's the Zywo version. Opening kill on opening kill. Vitality, again, and whenever they want them. I like a bit of risk on a round like this, and Karrigan does too. Pushing up towards the door side. Takes full long control. So that's a gift for the CTs that remain elsewhere. mezZ responsible for housing this, but there will be a moment where he chooses to evacuate. We'll see if Karrigan can catch that timing in an influential manner. Rain's leaving A, though. as they crouch themselves out short. So this already reads like it might be a Vitality 4-3. Nice from Karrigan, catches that long holder. Does that change your plan?
Well, the problem is they're already in the site. Rain now having all that information. Just because Vitality have gone so quietly, Rain might find a kill on Apex.
Nice, double tap,
Now the
double
round's
dink.
on.
Now it's very much on with Spinks low. And Karrigan, oh, he had a little bit of an opportunity, but peeking around the smoke is ZywOo on the AWP. An advantage, not interested in this one.
All right, well, that's like a light switch, on, off, on, off. There were opportunities for FaZe to work back into that, but the fact that Vitality just contact out and keep it so quiet means that rotating player of Rain doesn't have the sound cues. If you're telegraphed in that position, we tend to do so because there's so many threats, right? You know, you have to worry about players taking that long-range duel, but walking out.
So where do you think the confidence was to go for such a kind of ballsy walk?
The fact that they had the number advantage.
Right.
So they were already scrolling out before mezZ went down towards long, but the fact that they were up a player, FaZe are going to have to hedge. It's one of the B defenders.
Sure.
Vitality and FaZe are both aware that Rops holds the B bomb site, or at least I hope FaZe would be. And they're just, you know, putting their aim on display. They also had ZywOo's AWP to take a lot of those longer angles.
Yeah, they had a bit of util, molly ramp and go. Okay, well. This might be a humble FaZe buy. Of course, we do have those saves.
Yeah, I think because of where the loss bonus is at the moment, they don't need to force buy behind this. They could just have light upgrades. Next round's going to be 2,900. Make sure you can have a full buy next round as it's doing something that's a little bit more desperate right now. We take a look at the spawns on the CT side and see if there's any potential room for openers. Frozen has the best long spawn, so because he has one of these save guns, we might see him start A.
Apex and flameZ are positioned with good long spawns of their own on T side. Maybe we'll see something from them. They might clash with that rifle. We'll see. This is the ZywOo opener, just textbook stuff here. Look at this pre-aim. Bang. Just a reaction speed test at that point. Karrigan's death. You can see a nice quick scope from ZywOo. Didn't get much chance for Karrigan. And as you highlighted, Chad, it is not going to be a full investment. They're going to be saving for the full guns in the next. Apex is taking his spawn, but it doesn't look like Karrigan or Frozen are going to be having a look. Broky's even been tagged on the cross. Everywhere they go.
Yeah, and long's called clear. If I'm Apex now, I just call the team out. Let's clear out car. Let's smoke the long cross.
Oh, imagine.
It's fine. Like now that ZywOo can get established in pit, there's the long cross smoke. They can just have him watch towards sight as everybody walks up. And you just need one player to play anti-flash. You have so many nades. As soon as you get behind this smoke, you don't even have to. Apex is actually just going to walk across. I was going to say you can molly sight, you can molly short, you can really clear all these angles. This is great from Dan.
Just let me go. Just let me go. Oh, and I found the AWP as well. It's all working out wonderfully. Frozen, nothing connects on a full magazine. Spam through that smoke. Yeah, for Brokey and Frozen, the objective changes.
Yeah, but there's a problem, isn't there? Look who's already in that B bomb site.
Oh, but Brokey's aware. Well aware.
Yeah, no more problems. Should be able to retain these yet again.
And there's a rifle on B to be saved. Get your ass over here, boys. There's a freebie. Rops has already picked it up. Rain, the only one that's yet to retrieve. Might stick around, try and punish on the way out the door.
I want to have a bit of a conversation about the CT setup of FaZe and why there is more autonomy put on Rain as one of the keys, and it's Frozen or Rops, or both of them, I would say. Karrigan is the long anchor, which is not a glamorous position. Understandable why you'd put him there. Like, as long as you establish on control early, you can leave him, and he should be good for one, essentially, if they try and breach late. It's not about him holding that spot. It's about the information being the most difficult to garner where he is. So it's up to his teammates. Your AWP is obviously going to be here, there, and everywhere. You're rotating Rifler of Rain as well, right? Do I need to rotate back to help the mid to B? Are we going to posture short, right? It's up to them to call their positions in the round because, oh, mate, harassment.
I feel like every round it's either been a kill or a tag.
Yeah, and that just makes that B defense. And that was with the smoke. They even threw the smoke, and ZywOo was still hitting a tag like that.
Just that internal timer.
So look at the setup now. You can see Brokey's worried about short already because the B players have no eyes on mid. Rain now rotating back to help deal with CT spawn.
A flash, and then the smoke.
So this is so much pressure because Rain has to help the mid to B, especially considering Frozen being tagged.
There's a lot of advantage for Vitality right off the rip. So much control control, so much fear in their opponents. FaZe Clan are already on the back foot.
So just being diligent there, making sure that Brokey's not on that 50 line with the AWP. Mollied off with the flash convo. flameZ has short control. Right now, you've played with the mid to B idea. Now you're playing with the short execute idea. And the extremity players of flameZ and Carrigan are calling sector clear. But at any moment, there could be a pop in their face as well. So Vitality have done a good job of masking this.
Ahead of the play was Rain on the box. Running. Robs, what can you do? Oh, he does well to find one, but the round will end. And yeah, Frozen didn't take much from Spinx's AK. FaZe, they're just being plagued by these cross shots.
I discussed this when we've done a couple of other Dust2s. I'd like to see teams trying to exploit lower dark and using the new jump up, because it means that you can have 1 or 2 players go on lockdown long, you can have 1 player jump up short, you can use the best spawn to go in towards lower dark. I know that the AWP is quite scary right now, but if you drop a smoke just a little bit through the doors, the AWP actually can't see you run in. And then just the idea of that threat will change the outcome of some of these rounds. Unless Vitality go, all right, we got some good spawns, let's just all in. And then that's going to remove you slowing down the default spread or being more annoying. Because FaZe are playing their CT setups pretty standard right now. At the 2-3 split, there's a big gap. They're not fighting before the map control is established. Vitality are getting what they want. And also, the fear factor of a good AWPer on the other side of the server is so key on a map like Dust2. If you don't think that you can be a little bit more cheeky with some of your swings once they've got that short control, mid control established, if once they get the AWP into pit, you're never really going to reswing because you know he's got the sight line or the smoke covered off. And right now, Vitality are making them pay even on the door crosses, and they're using smokes. So FaZe are going to be thinking, what the hell do we have to do?
Well, I think they found an idea.
Double AWP setup. All right, boys.
Okay. And long seems to be the port of call.
They're boosting over the mid smoke. It's not going to matter.
3 members of FaZe here. And already flameZ makes it 2. Rain down, empty-handed. The flashes are good, but not looking. Carrigan goes down as well. Only 1 remains. 2 casualties in the opening 20 seconds. Not the full lineup for the car molly, so Brokey still has vision. He's actually bravely sticking around on car. Oh, okay, wow, smoke spam. This molly will get awkward. Yeah, Brokey, you're a dead man. Oh, he tries to turn around on it. Wise to the fact they'd swing with the flash, but still doesn't manage to find much. Frozen spotted out now, the tip of his head there. Rops fires off an AWP shot from short. They know where you both are. Apex is actually going to pivot. He dips towards CT. And he's going to hunt you down. You're not ready for this angle,
is so
Rob.
naughty.
Apex is being very cheeky. Complete jump scare for Frozen. He's whiffed it. He's whiffed it, but the idea was great.
Spinx's lurk's done it.
But, yeah, Spinx lurks in nicely. Again, I mean, he's just become a real problem for FaZe Clan on Inferno and here into Dust2. Apex can't seem to mantle it up perfectly.
Oh, dear. Well, the call was great, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying, you know? I'll give him a full double thumbs up for the idea. Not perhaps the execution, but rounds around.
Free fall on this CT side, aren't they? flameZ jumping out, head down to dodge the flashes, peers up, still blind, but has the crosshair in the right place. Good punish on Brokey trying to get away, and the lurk, in case there was any dramas, was the knockout blow.
Frozen's thinking about some aggression, but ZywOo's here, folks. Good God. I mean, he's another name in that conversation. It's always a joy, as anyone who enjoys watching Counter-Strike played at the highest level for the world's best. We'll be seeing Monacy in action later today.
This doesn't feel like map number 1 at all, where Vitality had chances. There was a couple of close rounds for FaZe. That's not the conversation. They are just being spanked live on national television.
And FaZe not fans of that. It's funny, you know, Dust2, we describe it as a bit of an aimers paradise, and real strong aimers on this roster, but Vitality are just making them look foolish here. Red faces. Red cheeks. What you got for us, Rain? Would need to hit the first one cleanly, and he can't even do that. Hits the headshot. Carrigan accelerates. There's a lot of bodies on his screen, and the moment there where it could have been a double or more would have had to be perfect. Instead, yeah, Brokey and Robs reside themselves to a save. Feels like, yeah, poor Brokey hasn't had much chance to really have influence on these rounds.
He needs to insert himself into the game, though.
Right. I mean, watching Ultimate on Dust2, I felt like, oh my god, okay, so this AWP has been in every part of the map in the first 30 seconds. He's been at the top of mid, he's on ramp, he's on fighting suicide, he's on long, he's everywhere. So I suppose it's up to Brokey to do that in terms of insert himself. Is that what you're implying?
Yeah, look, obviously some of the setups need to facilitate that. Right now, at the start of the round, unless you have like the long spawn, you're not going for the corner pick, you're more facilitating your players. Slight bit of damage done there. I also think the fact that you have Rops and Frozen as your B players, look, I understand why you'd have Rain as your A rotating rifler. I think he's going to be great at it. I would love to have someone who's willing to take a few more risks in towards tunnels. I already mentioned that, but I would love to see a little bit more of that coordinated play. Maybe, look, these guys know a million times better than I do what's going on. There's obviously a reason they don't want to operate in that fashion, but if you lose long in a round, I would love to see them, that round where Carrigan was at short and they lost long, right? I would have loved to have seen them push up a tunnels for some information.
Right,
or
just confirm it.
Collapsed on middle with Carrigan to have an info or group fight on middle. One of the two, right? Don't just sit and hold your sides. Let's try and make something happen here. We're playing in the dark.
Dynamic, yeah, okay, interesting. Well, Frozen tried to get lowers in the previous round. ZywOo just completely denied it. Here it is. Bang! Nice try. NT in the chat.
How many openings you got now? 3? Oh, no, wait, one of them was a tag. It might be 3, though. Could have had it elsewhere.
Anubis the third, should we need it? Looking increasingly likely. Not this time. ZywOo does not do any damage in the first 5 seconds of the round.
Maybe FaZe have a chance.
Maybe. Okay, so you've parked flameZ in long. You know the CTs have no info long. I'm sure this is where it's a whole lot of fun for an IGL to call the finish. You're already aware. You can kind of have to make an informed decision based on what you think the CTs do know.
Well, and this is it. What are FaZe going to do? Are they actually going to try and take some space back together, or are they just going to... What are we doing here, Apex? Are we looking at notes?
Looking at
notes. Hold on a second. Is he looking at notes?
He is still there, just staring at a wall. Zooming in on his brain.
He's not looking at notes?
No, he's just having a conversation.
Oh, okay. MC's just been a pixel line mid. Thanks, MC. We're too busy thinking he was actually...
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. MC, thank God he's here. What would we do without him?
Such a legend is MC. He knows everything.
Thought his mouse was plugging in a new mouse or something.
Okay, what are we doing here? You've kind of done nothing, actually, with all of that long control. You've just cut noise and waited. I will say there's a lot of nades to be thrown, so this could be a very intense 30 seconds for the CTs. Looking like they want to keep the people on B planted. Rops bought an AUG for this angle. Apex out mid.
20 seconds. They're giving FaZe a chance, aren't they?
I'm not sure what the plan is. This is a bizarro world. Here comes the B util. Rops has been waiting. And loads with his AUG. Frozen in combination. Look at the damage. Spinks and mezZ bleeding out. 8 seconds. They need to get across.
Oh. We're not having it now. Round's over.
Round over. How does that round go down like that? Spinks brings his AK through. Wouldn't have mattered if he went down either way. 6100 in the Banky. The Banky? Yeah.
The Banky.
The Banky. I was going to say the Banky Boo, but...
The Banky Boo!
That's not a thing. I stopped myself. I don't know what the Banky Boo is.
Hell.
Who am I?
I'm not sure.
No, neither do I. We know no one really knows who they are, really.
That's what life's all about.
Yeah. You just invent yourself, don't you?
What happened with the cross of the bomb? Were they waiting for the door smoke to puff up before they crossed, or did Spinks not know that he had the bomb? Or here we go. Oh. Spotted.
Yeah, but there's short, and there's a flash and a frag. Rain just sets himself up for success there.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's what Chad wanted to see. And it's worked out wonderfully. I mean, the knowledge is there that there is a CT in lowers. You don't know that Frozen's right around this corner. Apex could go down here if Frozen has a look, but Spinks is covering. Ooh, Frozen timings, they're everything. Now he might have a look. And he gets the bomb. Ooh, okay. The bomb is spewed out of the...
Did that go through mid-doors?
ZywOo and landed at doors. It's a little unfortunate. It looked like it did. Fully catapulted out of him. Ooh, nice shot from mezZ, but that's short-lived success as the AWP closes it down. Yeah, that's crazy. What a launch.
I can't believe it. All right, we'll have the inertia with him.
Must have been running at full pace.
Well, you'll snatch 4, won't you?
Does the bomb come out of your face or your body when you die? That's a bit of a philosophical one for you.
You get in the Valve DMs.
MC, I'm sure he knows everything. Where does the bomb spit out when you die?
Yeah, that was finally a bit of FaZe CT aggression. Playing towards lower, playing from short, getting in their face, not just allowing them to have the full map control. Rain with the opener. Frozen chiming in, there it is.
It worked. Shocked.
ZywOo, you just missed the Olympics, mate.
Nasty little jump scare.
Knows exactly how that one unfolded. All right, well, final round of the half. AWP out for ZywOo.
I'm sure Flames would have seen it and said it, but it's easy, you know, 30 seconds later.
Sure.
Running out. Oh, there we are. Just
Why'd you jump over the smoke, mate?
baffling.
Why'd you give him a glimpse?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that incendiary has done anything of value. Spinks not cleared out of his angle. If anything, it might do him a favor if he sticks around long enough.
But look at this stack. This is Carrigan and co. Oof, expecting it to be a B finish.
I thought he was going to stick around. Never mind. He just takes the fight. Robs is dead. He had the scope.
It will be a B finish now that they've taken Robs out.
Maybe it was part of his plan to bait them into this two-man B hold. Flash, Rain swings.
A little bit early.
Confirmation of presence, yeah. Mismanaged. That's the bomb down. One hell of a spray out of Frozen. There's more to come. Spinks an insta headshot. Rain, what have you got? He's got a chance. That's what it was. But ZywOo hits the shot. Carrigan and Brokey. Brokey misses the shot onto ZywOo crossing. Smoke will plume to obscure the cross. I like this smoke back from the CTs. Gives them options. They can use that T-smoke against them to just pop out from either side. Another one towards tunnels.
All right, Carrigan's going to have to walk through that.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh.
Well, maybe it's intentional.
Yeah, precisely. Still has angles, and they might assume they're both coming from doors. Which it looks like they are. Oh, the mind games. As it's on to the 1v1. ZywOo can have it. No bullets. It's Brokey. Gives them a half to work with. Hard fought comes down to a 1v1. It's phase 4, Vitality 8.
tunnels.
Even if you fail it, it's fine.
Walking up.
Good side.
Cut it.
Nice!
Fucking good smoke.
Let's fucking go, man.
Even if he did fail it, it was fine. They worked it out, made it 4, keeping it, I mean, within the realms of possibility. The last map FaZe have to play till the Lanxess, or will Vitality secure a third map in Anubis? Early util thrown out towards the B bomb site, just a couple of decoys. I'm not talking about Robson Brokey, the actual grenade. Sponge and... Oh, that's me. And you. We're here.
It's Russian MC.
That's what I was going to try and say. Here they are. Rushly and
Guys,
MC.
put anything on the screen that you want. We'll see if Alex will say it.
I'm like Anchorman. I am. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh!
Robs has taken down flameZ. Oh, Sping's pushing. This has gone far too well for FaZe done right now. Apex, nice shot. He's on his way back up. Robs, Rain, and Frozen, though. They should be fine with this.
Oh,
Just the
firing squad. Guys?
Yeah, they took a while. They took a while. mezZ joins the P2K gang. I didn't think I could love him more. I didn't think I could love him more. The P2K is not going to work out for him here. It's okay. It's okay. Take the rough with the smooth. Let's go, Bill.
All right. Well, look, if you're a Vitality fan, take stock in the fact that they lost both pistols on Inferno, but they won both 4 spies.
Sorry, just opening a Monster Energy.
Yeah, just cracking it open.
Cracking her open.
Cracking open that can. Then you can have some... I don't know what the noodle name is.
Knorr.
That's the one.
Yep.
Oh, they haven't forced. Okay.
Well, what happens now then? Statistics.
They run up middle and take...
Where the bloody hell?
They take... what do you reckon that is? 400 damage?
400, around there.
From a Molotov? But at least the round's quick.
Yeah, and they died to Glocks and Galil, so
All right.
nice.
Well, that means we get into the rifle rounds quicker. It's just a 2-round game. If FaZe can win this, maybe, just maybe, they can tie things up 8-8. And yeah, you mentioned it, the Lanxess. This game is a big one. We know who they will play if they lose this series. It'll be Falcons. And there's a lower bracket ahead with, Liquid down there at the moment. And the loser of Mouse vs. Complexity, which is currently live on twitch.tv/ESLCSB. Hosted by Scrawny and Launders. That's live and on Vertigo. Spoke to Exertion yesterday. He said, what map do you think they're going to play? And I said, they're going to pick Vertigo. And they picked Vertigo.
You nailed it.
So his AWP has been a bit of a threat on that T side, peppering them through the doors, if not finding opening picks. And Rops, he's going to walk into Spinks. Whoa. What should have been a free kill. And to give away half of his life. But that's the cost of playing Counter-Strike.
Deep. Frozen's a dead man. Wow, you can see there was a very small window of opportunity for Zoe to find that kill. And this has gone one way fast. Vitality's 9th looks rather painless.
Hold up.
Yeah, he gets a plant here. He's got 2 kills. I say plant. Maybe Zoe jumping USP. Yep, indeed. Just like that. Denies the plant, secures the round. It's 9-6. Nice attempt from Rain, all things considered.
Yeah, hugely important that he denies the plant, because even with the defuse coming through, they still would have had $600. Frozen could have an AK instead of a Galil. Rain could have had a Galil instead of maybe a MAC-10 or a Deagle. It's Rain, so... Yeah, he's gone for a Deagle. He needs that U2. I was watching him buy. I was like, Rain, come on now. I know you want the rifle, but you need the nades.
Yeah, he does.
So $600 would have made a big difference. Good denial from Zywoo.
There we go in now. Spinks gets across. They throw the lamp smoke to get across. Pole smoke? What do I call that? Pole. It's more of a pole than a lamp.
Going out long.
flameZ ready to receive him, but not really the weapon for the job. Gets away with his life. Gonna reposition.
Pit cold clear. Now they could use long as the staging area. They still have a smoke and flashes to work with. A Molotov as well to clear out car. Short reaggress into Rops and Rain.
That's what Rops has been waiting for.
There it
Flash
is.
comes through. Rops is blind and deleted, but the Deagle works wonderfully. A third would be crazy. Apex does bring him down.
A's open. Need to get this smoke up and cross.
Ooh, Zywoo did not pull the trigger there. They get across the ramp. Good damage onto Apex as well. Exposed in the open. Goes down. Now surely FaZe should have a heavy advantage. Will they even have a look in? Zywoo's just fishing in case anyone overextends with a quick glance towards CT, but Feel like they are already accepting that this is the FaZe rounds, or FaZe's 7th. Backing away.
Rain's got 5 kills in the last 2 rounds, and he's only got 9 in total. So he's come to play on the T side.
Yeah, you deny my plant. You force me to only have a deagle. Well, I'll get a double kill and win the round anyway.
Sifros can get himself something a little bit juicier than that Galil to carry through to the next, because it looks like we will be locking horns down the stretch of Dust2.
Apex 4-on-1 in opening duels. Damn.
Yeah, he had that round where he ran out long and chased them down in the long corner fight. He had the scout when they were crossing middle.
I don't know how you do that, Chad. It's like you're watching the game or something.
Sometimes.
It's crazy.
Sometimes I'm reading Twitch chat, other times I'm watching the game. You can never do both at once.
Unless you overlaid it over the...
Rush has gone with the observing now, right? So he does big map, but he has now got a small screen of the game on the same monitor.
I saw that POV. It does look very cool.
He says it's helpful.
I believe it.
They won't be forcing behind the retained guns. Let's see what they can get out of Mezzi's rifle and ZywOo's AWP. And look how confident he is. How many times do you see old mate Brokey take that fight?
Yeah, just stands and ready to bang.
Well, mid-door smoke's on its way.
Will have to respect the smoke, but does hear the audible steps of Carrigan.
I like this from Mezzi. So he's not fully committed. Well, he is fully committed, but he hasn't just gone all in. He's ready to activate based off the information that his teammate's going to relay to him. Flash around the corner. Nade does some damage. Singe of the flames. Carrigan and Rain pretty low.
Yeah, slight edge to vitality already. Just intermittent sweeps from ZywOo trying to catch anyone that's maneuvering back off Cat. FaZe do seem to be retooling for the B finish. This is where Mezzi's going to be tested in this angle. He's sticking around. Oh, ZywOo, that's a big catch. And now they peek in. Good work from Robs. He's taken down the B anchor.
Still need to smoke the doors. You can't just run in.
Yeah, the only other rifle in the mix is that AWP. And you know where it was.
Well, they've drawn him into B. Now they just need to be able to get in towards this A site. Robs is going to make sure they can confirm it. That molly doing an awful lot of damage.
It's unlikely ZywOo gets to bring this one through. Robs.
Oh, I love it. I love it. He's had to make this play. Beautiful from Robs. That's what you want from your lurk.
Ooh, that nearly got really awkward. And it's still good with Flames on a USP. How is this happening?
Awkward.
Oh, Robs needs it, gets it, but still it's
Bombs
1v1.
loose, 20 seconds.
Oh, catastrophe. It calls. Robs can save them, but with 15 seconds, he has to do everything.
Needs to go A.
He has to run into Apex, and Apex is sticking around. You're not going to expect this. And he catches the timing.
No.
Puts him onto 4 HP. There's no
time to plant?
6.
I don't know. No
He has
time.
to
Has to
hunt.
fight him.
Apex cowering in the corner, but there's HP advantage. He finishes it with the CZ. That's a massive vitality round. Apex leading by example with impact.
He was just on a roller coaster of emotions with Apex right there, because he made a mare of it, made an absolute meal of it. 5, 4, 3, 2. He knows the fight's coming in, hit the steps and wins it with the CZ75. Lets out a sigh of relief, then the cheer, because he knows they've done it with 2 saved rifles.
Bro, I love that he stuck around in that angle. Catches Robs because he knows he's going to have to be moving. Catches him in transition, catches him holding W, does significant damage, pieces out those times against him, and that lovely finish on the low HP.
Yeah, look, he should have won it there and then. The play at that point was perfect, just the aim maybe missing a little bit. But that is stalled out FaZe, getting themselves back into this game.
Just took every advantage he had. Every single one. I can't believe that's gone wrong for FaZe. Flames getting a full kill with a USP long push.
Yeah, well, that was the nade damage that came in towards short, because Rain and Carrigan were both softened up.
Yeah, it did look a bit easy.
All in long.
Long? Yeah, okay, interesting.
ZywOo's got the flash.
It seems to work more often than not. Does it work for FaZe Clan? Oh, so much util. Wow, Rain was full blind. Full blind. Flames is going to be saying the same thing.
That's insane that he's pushed through the smoke like that.
It's given him a way in, and ooh, a missed shot from ZywOo. That's a nice 5v4 that they'll try and hold on to for as long as they can. Chipped away at his Robs. Nade does land.
So what's the response of vitality? ZywOo can post up top site. They've just smoked mid doors to make sure that nobody can weasel out. Sees nothing. So they've tucked in towards Pit passively. I like this from Apex. In fact, he's gone over towards Car. If they do decide to trundle up long late, he might go overlooked. Rain's gone all the way around the world back towards B. He can call a flash in towards upper tunnels, but he's got support on the way. So they've parked Rops in pit, the rest of the crew to join Rain.
It's a good
Now
call.
Vitality are starting to ask some questions.
Yeah, it's about time here.
Well, they could smoke window and doors. They have 2 smokes to make this possible. Oh, they found Rops.
That is a little bit problematic because they're already going to wiggle a second in. The third
well
is on
done
its
from
way.
Vitality.
Spings the bait. And Mezzy goes first, actually, and does significant damage. Carrigan, good awareness that there could have been a second. Mezzy 2 and then done. It falls into an intense 2v2. frozen going to try and plant Brokey to provide some cover. Looking at that window, ZywOo considering it. Put his AWP on his back, just opting with that CZ75. Frozen, tip of the head spotted, 10 left in the mag. Brokey onto Apex, it's only ZywOo here. He can't get it done. An important and necessary round for FaZe.
Damn, it looks like the rotation was on point for Vitality, didn't it? And they were all exactly where they wanted them, congregated, coming out of the upper tunnels, grouped up, a cluster of 3, but unable to multi-kill. Now that trade game, Vitality, they lose the side after getting this kill back. Rops has a look, ZywOo hits the shot. Brokey and Frozen, they pull home a big round, so back and forth we go again. Now it's Vitality. Look, this has been a war of attrition as far as the finances. Neither team really able to establish these full buys or patterns where the saving is allowed more often than not gun rounds. You see it here in the purchases.
Mezzy got
coming in.
A lot to do.
Yeah, almost this one runner.
Spamming away the smokes. Mezzy's going to go down, and this site's already lost, folks.
Oh.
They fully invested into this.
Yeah, see Apex there. A bit of a shake of the fist. A bit of a Ned Flanders moment. God damn that sexy Carrigan.
I'm always visualizing Homer's dad, whatever his name is, shaking his fist at the clouds. We all know.
I don't know his actual
name.
name.
We do. It's Abe.
It is Abe. Abe?
Oh, Abe Simpson.
Yeah. But I think they just call him Grandpa, don't they?
Yeah, but I've never met an Abe. Have you?
There was the player.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Is it short for Abraham?
I would believe so.
Oh, so, yeah, maybe a bit of an oldie but a goldie. Five alive. A second bite of the cherry for Vitality into the next.
Yeah, but that's for FaZe to tie it up.
It's a sour cherry.
And then the next round's only the 2,400 loss bonus. So if we start doing a bit of mathematics, Alex, your strong suit, get that calculator out that you are never going to carry around in your pocket. 2,400 plus whatever the totals they have right now, that's not going to equate to an AWP for ZywOo. So unless they get a couple of kills.
Yeah, well, he's certainly capable of doing that. Oh, they fumbled the boost. They just wanted to spot that lower push, and what Cognizant that, yeah, nice. They're going to try it. That's a good catch from Brokey. He's having a bit of a resurgence in this second half, starting to hit some impact, hit some openers. He's even tagged up ZywOo. That's the rifle. He's got to get out of there. He knows his days are numbered, and Rain's got his retreat covered. Clean. Good team play, good awareness. The comms are there. And so this one, yeah, they just have to put it in now. Mini golf.
Apex really wanted to try and get that M4, didn't he? Just offers himself up to Rain for free. FaZe, if this is a 2-0, there's been a dialogue about the team, and is this a make or break event for them? They've been on a downward slide, obviously starting off CS2 with success or near successes, time and time again, making these grand finals. Then as the season continued, they petered out. And everyone loves a good peter out, but for them, it was starting to look a little bit worrying. And then you come into this half of 2024 and, whoa, it's, okay, what's going on with FaZe? The players aren't clicking, their approach to the game. Is there internal problems? What's going on? Why isn't it working with this Frozen edition as good as it was with Twists?
I imagine when you get so close to lifting a trophy and then just kind of repeatedly miss out, I'm sure you know, a little bit of apathy slips in.
There was them getting gassed as well. You know, because you're so close, that means you're playing the most amount of maps in the tournament because you're going the distance into all these grand finals. And then, yeah, the apathy of not picking up the victory, so close but so far. And then the problem was more when we came out of the break. We said, okay, they've had a break. They've had a rest. We should see the best out of FaZe. We had EWC, we had the Blast Groups, which yeah, it was ugly. That's really where warning bells started to go off. And there was concern, not just from the community standpoint or the pundit standpoint, but the tweets that came out from FaZe after they lost that event. Right, that was worrying you. So from the likes of, I think it was Frozen, Carrigan, and Rops all put out these tweets like, we're playing bad right now, and it was quite concerning. Think, oh dear, like what is going on with FaZe? They come into stage 2, they beat Liquid, who are one of these teams with a lot of hype around them, alongside a G2 with the honeymoon form coming out of the break. And now versus Vitality, they've tied things up 10-10, map number 2, a strong showing on Inferno, and just 3 rounds away from locking themselves in for the LANXESS Arena to return since their victory in that absolute epic from 2022.
Oof. FaZe Na'Vi final 2024.
So we got the AWP. flameZ dropped it for him. Thanks, flameZ. You have no utility now. Good luck.
You do have an AWP in the hands of your superstar.
Yeah, can it be the difference maker?
Let's find out together. Carrigan goes down to Spinks' aggression. The trade is coming. Nice from Rain, but there's still presence. flameZ doesn't commit to it. Worried about what might have lingered top mid. Brokey had him covered. So a wise choice from flameZ. Just accepts the equalizing frag. Plenty of time in this round. Bomb still at the top of middle. And the power of an AWP in this position is that those players that committed towards B, you have to get past the Brokey scope if you want to get back towards A. He will likely stay here for as long as he can.
The thing is, they can't really play connected Vitality. You can't like crunch down to middle together. They're searching long and they're just going to hover towards mid and B. So if they take this space back towards long, it means they can run more of a traditional setup where they leave flameZ as the anchor. Well, at least I thought they would. They're actually floating both individuals back, so they feel confident that it won't be long. ZywOo, you have a lot on your plate.
He really does. Using the angle for the cross. Flames takes the first contact, does remove Rain, and then the AWP can contribute. 2 down, a dink as well. ZywOo's hitting every shot he takes, and with their powers combined, Flames and ZywOo defend the A site in a crunch moment.
Just 2 rounds ago, we were having the conversation with Vitality's loss bonus about them not being able to afford an AWP. In that round, flameZ got 1 kill. They lost it, but he got 1 kill, which gave him 4750 on the nose to drop ZywOo with the AWP. Like the devil in the details with Counter-Strike. Just enough money to make this all possible, and ZywOo goes on and gets 2 huge kills with the defend and put Vitality up to 11. They're going out long.
Selfless flameZ secures an 11th. Apex doing the flashbang dance, will be running back. Has a smoke to guise his retreat.
Corner smoke hasn't landed for FaZe. It's not the end of the world. And having Spinks already towards lower, this does really assist if they want to play towards short. There's more of a support network. ZywOo overseeing mid with the AWP. Apex can connect with the 2 of them. Apex holding on to a lot of utility as well at this juncture. Still has a smoke, HE flash, and the incendiary. Smokes for Spinks and flameZ and ZywOo with some nades as well. And I think that's really key because if FaZe just do a Na'Vi, which classically just sit here, chill for a while, and then eventually go for this A play, they have a lot of util to slow it down or blow open these smoke walls.
So Rain's throwing the door smoke for them. Oh, ZywOo.
Yeah, he cleared it with the HE.
Clears it. Hits it.
Beautiful.
Spinks will activate, and it's already a 5 versus 3.
Well, now you know where it is, and the Apex still has all those nades to work with.
Yeah, and now they'll just throw a nice defensive smoke. A good angle from flameZ. Finds the Brokey crossing, put Carrigan on 1 HP as well. This has gone horribly wrong. Finds the whole team in CT. Still lingering where they started. And yeah, nothing here for Rain. Fires off a warning shot, lets them know where he is, and so helpless, hopeless, one would assume.
Nothing left in the bank balance. 1900, nice. Next round. Rain probably wanting to save this.
Looks like he's being allowed to.
Hard work's been done by Vitality.
Yeah, for real. 12 secured. They want to secure the LANXESS today. Secure mezii, his first trip to the LANXESS arena. The only player who has yet to experience and taste what the LANXESS has to offer. Top 8 at IEM Cologne is an achievement in itself for every player. Not there yet. Top 6, not top 8.
Yeah.
Obviously. 2 semifinals.
2 quarterfinals. We don't do a traditional bracket.
Yeah, okay. Well, the feeling was there.
Yeah.
I meant what I said. Just wasn't necessarily correct.
Well, I love that setup from Vitality in the last. And that might be enough to tip them over the line. Oh, that's a bit of a team flash right there.
Gets away unscathed. It's all good.
And ZywOo looking to do the same again, clearing the smoke. How good is he?
Not this time. Robs, that's the punish to the clear. You can't be looking up and down at the same time. So a nice start to FaZe trying to find these two on the run. Testing Rain. Ooh, dips away. Well, that's info there's probably 2B.
This is the kill.
Takes down Apex, going looking short. Rob's already in CT, so their rotations are completely nullified. There is nothing for them to do. They cannot really contest this. The bomb will be slowly escorted in. They're concerned, understandably, that there are still bodies fighting from long side, but little do they know. It's just flames deep towards the bedroom area.
All right, well, they get one more chance getting this done in regulation, don't they? So take a moment, have a big conversation about how you're going to proceed going into the next. You see how badly Rops wanted to get the AK into his hands, just operating with Kevlar. And that's a massive kill for him to get taking on the AWP head-to-head. If they can find a rifle for Brokey, it's going to feel bloody beautiful going into round number 24. Rain's got their movements somewhat restricted. Whether he wants to go looking or not is the question. He might find flameZ. Oh, heard all that, only.
Yeah, that would have been nice to take away. Made it difficult for flames to drop his AWP.
Been a nice back and forth map.
Most definitely. I mean, it was an 8-4 half. The fact that FaZe are matching that output, see if they can match it in, perfectly and force overtime. Timeout taken.
Yeah, saved it for the perfect moment, have they? Tactical timeout number 3 from Vitality. Xtaz, an opportunity to prove his worth. What contributions does he have? What is the change for Vitality? How do they look to open this and hopefully take the team to Anubis, the third and deciding map in this series?
G2 and Astralis are in the building, setting up. We'll see if they have to be waiting a whole other map.
Elimination on the line.
Good run, boss. There's one more.
He's right. There is one more.
There is one more. This was that catch on the ZywOo clear. It worked wonderfully in the previous, this time not so lucky. Apex as well, caught out by Carrigan. Some good work from him.
Okay, 3 AKs for the CTs to close this, and the AWP. Everything they want and more. Brokey with the boost, making sure nobody heads towards lower.
Nice information. You see Carrigan can be really comfortable walking through. Doesn't even have to worry about it. Okay, high pressure moments though. This is where FaZe's experience can show. Vitality, chock-a-block full of the same, but Spinks caught on the cross. Patience from the Brokey AWP. Okay, you've got your opener. Now you just need to close.
Rob's trying to be as annoying as he can on this B lurk. Wants to keep the eyes of mezii, knowing there's just one B defender with Spinks in the dirt. Short molly. Flushes back ZywOo. Bridge smoke, but they can play ahead of it, Vitality, if they'd like. So that's good information. Looks like a mid to B split is being lined up. flameZ's been able to get across to assist mezii. They can lock this down, the two of them. Apex is here to play as well. They've missed the CT smoke. That's going to have a gap over the top.
He's got a nice little pocket he can work with here. Carrigan versus Apex, neither of which finds lethality. mezii under scrutiny, has flames alongside, can establish a crossfire. Time continues to tick. 28 as this crunch comes in onto B. mezii needs that first blood. He's done well with that. 1.5. Rain vulnerable. Carrigan, mezii.
The trade.
Flames, what have you got? Another one. Robs finally brings him down, but it will be a 2-on-2, and it's uncomfortable. Brokey, they know where you are. He's just hiding in the smoke as the bomb goes down, running at Apex. He overspammed his hand, and now ZywOo's getting chipped away at as well. FaZe secure the overtime.
Oh, I thought the fact they couldn't get that trade on flameZ cleanly could have been that undoing there for FaZe. They had the bodies, the call was nice. flameZ had been rotated over early, and he got to live for way too long. Apex is going to be frustrated about that, knew that Brokey had to be around the smoke somewhere, and he gets run down. This is Spinks overstepping the mark to offer Brokey a kill and back into the round.
I mean, yeah, I understand it as well. You spam the smoke, you find him, you've won the round. You don't, you're caught on a reload. It's a risk.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
That's interesting. He's just walking down.
Yeah, but Spinks is so ready for it.
Yes, he is. Perfect. An opening kill for Spinks, so turning the table on the previous.
Well, he's stuck towards CT side. So if they walk out mid, they can deal with this. Yet Carrigan wants to play ahead to make sure Spinks doesn't get over to B to help out mezii. Look at this pressure. Look at the call, the conviction from the captain.
mezii's alone with Spinks CT. It's just all on the Brit. Hanging out at the back of the site. Pushing the smoke with Spinks. Carrigan prepared for it. Throws a nade, well destined for glory. Chips away at Apex. meziii activates. Tracking.
Hello.
Good work, good headshots. Has he got more in him? He does. A double kill. Brokey with the AWP trying to hunt him down. meziii playing a dangerous game, re-peeking in. Brokey catches a quick one onto ZywOo. meziii, however, stands his ground, and the site is safe. One man against a whole team, and he's still alive. 3 kills to his name. That's what you want out of your B anchor. It's a quad kill for meziii. Takes the AWP as well. Takes his reward. First round of OT starts with a Spinks opener and a meziii closer.
Yeah, stressful situation for meziii. I liked what FaZe did. They were trying to exploit the gap towards middle, really trying to punish through. This from Carrigan looks a little bit desperate, and I got him in my eyesight, hands off the keyboard behind his head after the death. You're waiting for Brokey and Frozen to come through, or was it Rops, to come through the tunnels and really help him out, because I think Carrigan did a great job. He applied a lot of pressure. The timing was off.
Ooh, Carrigan, wow. Jumping around that corner with a Molotov in his hand and exposed on the clear.
Yeah, okay, maybe trying to do a little bit too much. In the last round, it was great. Now you just look at his scoreline and go, well, he's only got 9. And he's given up an opening death, and here they keep coming. Spinks flash forward, beautiful wombo combo. 3v5.
That's where you turn to your stars. With Rops down, it's Rain, Frozen, and Brokey. Good timed flash, but wow, Brokey, long-range support, catches Flames going swinging. It's a double kill from Brokey. How has that happened? How has this 5-on-3, this 2-man advantage been squandered so quickly? And there could be more. Who is that? It's Apex, the brave bastard. Double kill. Just takes the fight. He knows there's an AWP, he knows the whole team's there, but he just wants to biff, he wants to brawl, and he does so much with it. 14 on the board, Apex, respect. Whew. Takes the fight to Brokey, M4v AWP.
I can't quite believe that, considering the 2 kills that were just given back over in the blink of an eye, and Apex goes, well, if you guys are doing it, I guess I'm going to as well.
I'll do it myself.
This is how it's meant to be done, boys. Impact round from the in-game leader on the other side of the server, FaZe. Now trailing by 2. They worked hard to claw this game back and take it to overtime.
Yeah, 8-4 down.
But is this all for naught? Remember, the CT side is where both of these teams have been weaker. It's the perfect time for Vitality to find that form, shrug this off. Can they make it flawless in the first half of OT number 1?
Huge round.
Frustrations from Brokey. He did a fair effort to help them get back into the round with the AWP, but not enough. No long spawns available for FaZe to go all in, so we won't see them out the gates. Brokey will use the boost and sees nothing. Corner smoke flashes to keep Vitality on their toes with the opener. flameZ very aggressive with this. He wants to fight.
Gets himself across, uses the HE to obfuscate. Maybe overlooked. Wow, what the memo was, take it, map control quick. They've just called upper tunnels clear. They've already got him across into that rat angle long doors.
They've looked a lot more active in these stretch of rounds where it's been more competitive or they've been winning. They've been, you know, prodding around a lot more, harassing the extremities, going for lower dark plays.
Yeah. I mean, it's their pick for a reason. FaZe have done incredible work to get themselves back situated into overtime, but Vitality certainly looking like they have the edge here on the defense of OT1. Okay, smoke from Rain, that's destined for CT. They've got a 3-2 division of defense.
I wonder if Apex calls them into a B push with how quiet it is. They just want another flash and find. Now the crisscross. Carrigan out long. Smoke and mirrors. On car, free kill. That's the first Carrigan opening kill of the game.
Ooh, he can't find the second. Just tapping away at flameZ, just wiggling around. WAD. Oh, hello. It's all good from flameZ for the double. Robs finally sits him on his ass with 30 seconds. They can get that bomb towards the site. Apex, he's actually going to try and swing into that angle. He's exposed if Robs clears it. He might.
Safe plant. Safe-ish.
Robs managing his angles. He will surely have a glimpse at mezZ here. Yep. Ooh, clean headshot. Clinical from the Estonian. Spinks coming in from short, though. That's what Apex is waiting for.
Smoke faded.
A nice shot onto Robs, finishes him off. It's up to Brokey. Can he redeem himself here? Can he give FaZe something to work with into the second half of OT? Spinks and Apex goes for the Hail Mary. The no-scope does not connect. He's good on the Tech 9, though, but Apex just whittling away. 12 HP. Brokey goes down, and it's spotless from Vitality's CT side.
Damn. I loved it. Really nice little set of rounds that Vitality have been able to scoop up, proactive across the map. A little fake from FaZe. It drew the attention exactly like they wanted. ZywOo just sitting on the car, gets absolutely destroyed, but flameZ from top site. Silenced M4. Multi-kill, good impact. Number advantage as part of the retake. A nice shot from Rop short. Just one round now for Vitality to take us to Anubis.
Feel like this series might deserve a third. Both teams playing well. FaZe less so here in overtime. Can they do anything? Want their own defense? What's the plan? You've got 3 attempts here to secure map 3.
There's already a bridge smoke. This is premeditated call. The bridge smoke is already down towards A.
Yeah, there's a fake, or is it a commitment?
Keeping it moving by the looks of things.
They want to go mid.
Ooh, missed the smoke.
Frozen gonna get swung on. Yeah, ooh, jump scare, just as easy as that. What is this call? Oh, Vitality bulldoze the composition. Completely broken. Carrigan left alone. ZywOo can finish him off with anything. Carrigan running and gunning, and we are off to Anubis. Premeditated indeed. That was just a straight page out of the strap book to secure the first round of your T side in overtime. FaZe will have to try and secure their ticket to the Lanxess up against Vitality. Map 3, Anubis. Yes, please. On that same side.
Okay, well, FaZe Clan, how do you want to kick things off? You've had success in the pistols, but go back to Inferno, not so much in the follow-ups. They have had a few tough times against the lower buys of Vitality throughout this series. The desk highlighting that clutch from Apex with the CZ75 and CT Spawn.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Okay, well, a quiet start for FaZe. There is a flash as Carrigan. He loves his little P250.
Yeah, no Kev. He facilitates Frozen with his util towards A. Actually, excuse me, towards B.
Yeah, so they're likely selling a fake towards B and just posturing outside of A for the aggression. So if there is an A push off of the back of this, they can still pivot. Speaking of push,
they want them to push into them.
This will stack.
Yeah, it works out. There's a lot of bodies and they all fall to rain. What a lovely strat. Carrigan spotted mid, then the util lands B. You have to push A main for answers and you lose 3 bodies. The bomb ready. It helps when Rain gets all 3 clean. I mean, I'm sure. But that's a fantastic start for FaZe's T-side campaign.
Yeah, good to see him on point. There was it here or was it a blast? But there was a certain point he wasn't wearing his glasses.
There was a round or 2 or a game or 2 at Blast. I saw no glasses.
And I was like, what's going on there?
I wasn't sure either. Maybe they were at the repairman.
The glasses repairman.
Optometrist.
I believe that's the terminology.
Yeah. I said it with such confidence because I was sure too.
Well, you don't wear glasses.
I don't.
Nor do I. Knock on wood.
Yeah, hang on.
All right, pistol round for FaZe. mezZ and Spinks are going to hold on to some Kevlar. So let's see. Do they both go for the Famuses behind this? They could go Famus, keep the Kev. Be pretty potent going into the second, but this is beautiful from Rain. He obviously had Rops behind him as part of this stack, but clinical on the shots. Deletes them all. 3 beautiful headshots. Oh.
That's going to happen.
They both went for Famuses. I love to see it. It's great when it comes good, when you stick the landing.
Let's see what they can do with them. Obviously, it does mean that there's not a single helmet in the squadron.
Yeah, well, and there's a few Galils in the mix. Some Active for Carrigan. flameZ, he'll be holding the B push. Karrigan top mid. Brokey, that link player over towards stairs. Rob side outside of A main. Rain will be playing up towards connector. But right now, they can just play passively. So sitting back, allowing Vitality to make the opening moves. Rob doesn't have a molly for baskets. Oh dear.
They're coming to test flameZ. Oh, and he's ready to receive. Removes Robs. Traded by Rain. So full A main control lost. Looks like they're turning their attention towards grouping up. And it looks like they might have a little look towards canals. They do swing through. Spinks gets away with his life. Info, 2 towards the con position. flameZ on that, probably the most hard work, least glamorous of the T-side roles. Oh, that's glamorous from Spinks. Makes great use of that FAMAS. No problem. Can they recover this? It's up to flameZ and Brokey. Brokey low. Bodies are here. Apex hits the shot necessary. Brokey down 2. That's a big one back from Vitality. Hoover up some AKs, 2 of which they find in time. Massive work. It's a shade of Inferno, Chad.
You had another one to the tally. FaZe, you're getting the pistols. You just got to get these conversions. That one is a rough one to lose. You get 1 for 1 on main, but Spinks with the double.
Commits to that FAMAS spray.
Yeah,
beautiful.
and Rain's swinging out to try and get the kill. Karrigan took that initial contact. You kind of wish that the MAC-10 would have gone wide to open the line. It meant that Spinks really didn't have to move that crosshair too much. And that one will leave a mark. FaZe trying to bounce back in. They've opened up with a smoke towards dark, a deep one, and one towards A main. So trying to apply pressure across the map as they set up this B execute. But there's 3 players for Vitality to defend.
Is he brave to hold this? Headshot angle will be flashed off. Smoke comes in. They're swarming B. The third man is here in Apex. Karrigan, yeah, tried his luck, didn't clear Ivy. mezii gets a freebie, and it looks like they've done enough. This force buy from FaZe has fallen flat. flameZ gets away from the initial spray. Spinks will finish it.
Wow. For Vitality, best possible outcome. FaZe, worst. No damage, no plant, nothing to write home about in that round.
Oh, and you kind of sit at spawn feeling extra good when they go, hey, they bought, right? Yeah, that was Kev. That was Tech9s.
And Karrigan took the risk because 2 players completely unloaded their mags in the smoke. So he thinks, I'll push through and try and catch them off guard. Was unable to find a frag. Could have been a difference maker. Things could have got very chaotic, but Vitality just got to coast that one in. And now we'll see FaZe go for the fullest of ecos. It'll just be Rops with the P250 to try and keep things somewhat interesting. But Apex had a big smile on his face after that round.
Yeah, understandably, considering that...
Here they come.
CT side. Rounds are like gold, and that is lovely from ZywOo. Cleans up, cleans house, 4 kills. His first contributions here on our 3rd map.
Okay, AKs to be invested. Brokey even operating with a Galil for utility's sake. Might have to see the same for Karrigan because a few of these members might be a little bit light on. flameZ was unable to get his hands on that Galil over towards middle, so we'll still have to be working with this MP9. Now again, I was talking about what Yanko said with Vitality, right? The first rifle rounds, they tend to take these all-in risks, but it was off of if they win the pistol. They didn't win the pistol, they won the force. So I wonder if it would just be a bit more of a standard round other than with that in mind. It does look that way.
So smoked off on Con and Lurk Smoke B main. Rob's chunked with a Rugs nade. Karrigan dropping in. He's pressuring Con. He's ahead of the smoke, and yeah, Spinks is in trouble. Exposed. Trying to put that smoke into Con, and it's already cost him his life. Could it cost him the sight? I think it will. flameZ finds one with the flames. It's the rotation coming through, and doesn't get a chance. Apex deleted by Brokey with a headshot.
Bomb still has to get across. I were playing from cave, but Bomb was tossed. And
strong arm.
Flash for good measure. Digits punched. And you'd assume the round's secure. It did really look like they wanted to send Karrigan through middle, but you could see him navigating by looking at the radar. And they threw a lot of nades towards mid. There was the flashes, there was the molly doors. You saw Brokey there lining up a deep temple smoke. So they kept mid busy, knowing that the rotating player of Apex would be focused, dropped Karrigan out and split B perfectly.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable, you know, from Spink's POV. ZywOo. Oh my God.
There is time.
He's on it. He's on it. He's covered by flames. He's covered by flames. ZywOo nearly gets away with murder. Fair play. Fair play. Trying to make the best out of the situation. They had cash to splash. Giving it a good go. It took him a second to find the bomb, but ooh, with flames' cover, there's a universe where that goes through.
I saw him hanging around. I didn't think there was any chance they were going to give that one a crack.
But the radius on Anubis as well is so gentle. You know, I figured they were just going to try and get the exits, but they went for more.
Bit of relief from FaZe.
Oh, for sure. After the fumble already, you're not going to be feeling pretty hard done by if you lose the ninja defuse as well.
Might be a push coming through the pipeline.
But this is what Robs is very, very good at handling. He's got Rain going in first. So it might have to be some trades. Rain managing his angles. Distant from the fight and brings it to Mezzy. Goes down empty-handed and they can't seem to deal with Rain.
They've won 3 rounds, or I'm making an assumption, because the bomb's just been scuttled loose by ZywOo's AWP. They should have won 3 rounds, and all 3 Rain has got the opener. Opener onto Spinks, 3 Glock kills, and now 2 of the A-main push. flameZ and mezzy absolutely wrecked. Rain's come to play.
He really has. I mean, you know, we talk about big game players. I feel like Rain definitely does. He thrives in an environment with the additional pressure.
Had that conversation to be had about Hunter as well, who had a mammoth performance yesterday against Spirit, who floundering. I think it's really not a good look.
Yeah, completely.
Some murmurs going around with different players. I had some conversations with about maybe it's the end for a player over there at Spirit as well. So we'll have to see if anything is possible, considering the schedule and what comes up next. But yeah, this FaZe conversation, we touched on it before. We have these embattled legends with the trophy cabinet, and they were faltering. And I touched on the tweets, so they knew it. It wasn't just something that was being speculated and spoke about from us on the outside, and they're like, no, everything's fine. You know, it's all good. It felt like there was a couple of reasons to be slightly concerned.
Such an active setup to be rumbled by just one dude.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what Apex was saying there. So I said to go water. Was he? I'm not sure. Was he talking about a push down water? Because he's not happy. Yeah, he's not happy with something.
My French is bad, but it sounded like passe me écoute. Like, you're not listening to me.
Oh. It is good having Alex who can speak a little bit of German and a little bit of French. That helped. And he would say that, and only ZywOo knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
And Next has. Okay. So that's what he was saying. So whoever was the B player, was it Spinks? No. It was ZywOo picking with the AWP.
Okay, boys, we need to listen to each other, Latan. I'm sorry, but we need to listen to each other. No way.
Okay. Well, you were right. You were right.
Yes.
You were right.
Oh, God, I was nervous. I think I thought I'd done it wrong.
Good job, Alex.
Thank you. Woo! Vive la France. All right, smoke towards Con. Deep smoke mid. And a more passive stance towards A, understandably.
That was a huge nade that just landed on flameZ's head. 57 points of health is all that remains after that.
Not bad at all. Like the counter nade to the nade spot.
Well, ZywOo's being called over to bolster this A defense. mezzy and Spinks locking down B, and Apex in float between the two. Rain going through his paces. So exchange of util, very standard.
That smoke is infinitely more annoying than just smoking off the mouth of Con.
They get a little deeper.
However you prefer.
That nade back. Not bad either. Rain takes even more damage than flameZ did.
Okay, well, I mean, definitely a strong util game so far from both squads.
Bomb's committed to A, and there's 3 players with Apex on a fast rotation. Heaven smoke lined up. Can also molly back side.
Yeah, well, that would force ZywOo into the open if they can molly cake. They do. They do. Nice extinguish, keeps him around, and he delivers the frag. Team play from Vitality, setting ZywOo up for success. Flames can be a real thorn in his opponent's side. But with the absence of ZywOo and Flames down to just 2 HP, it is problematic now. 30 seconds. Bomb needs to be going down. They resmoke Heaven. Robs goes searching. Cam of vulnerability. Frozen holding that rotate. Nice find onto Flames. mezzy's brought low. Brought down, though. In mid, Spinks knows that he only has to focus on the side, but still, 2-on-1. Smoke stairs, limits his options, starts to spam. Rop's not going to overcommit here. Brokey on an elevated angle, using those steps to try and isolate the duel, and Spinks is the one to hit it.
Gave him a chance.
He did, and Spinks will take that. Spotted on the cross. Good awareness from Rops. That's his first 3 frags, and it's round defining. Huge work into A from Rops.
Yeah, and I guess because Rops pushed towards Heaven, right, and got that kill, that they expected him to be playing a little bit deeper. I can't believe Brokey even gave him a chance by going for those jiggles. Wanted to try and bait in Rops, which I guess worked overall. And yeah, Spinks shot in the back. Can't get easier for Rops, but you bang on impact. He's had a great... Well, Rops was having good impact on Inferno. Great impact, I might say.
Yeah.
And
he
was having some big moments on Dust2 as well, even though they couldn't get it across the line.
Yeah, he's top of the scoreboard right now across the first 2 maps. Rain, big frag onto Zywoo, trying to turn up the heat mid. Didn't work out for them. Brokey catches flameZ, Flames commits, but traded.
Good trade work.
Yeah, this is all just going to boil out into a nice, calm 8th round.
There was an M4 brought into this. So they invested a little
Was that
something.
on the Woo?
I think it was.
Okay, so he just charged through mid with it. Gave it a go.
Tried to get a little bit tricky with it, didn't they?
But yeah, I was looking at the frag totals. It's definitely, Robs has been in form. A 1.29 rating across our first 2 maps, so looking good. It's good to see a resurgence from Robs. No better time than IEM Cologne.
Well, that's where individuals... Not he is the individual. That's where the conversation was about the individuals of this team, right? A lot of it gravitated towards Rops. You know, what's got... But it seems like there was a lot of reasons as to why FaZe wasn't getting the job done. Good work from Carrigan. Mops up the final 2, and it's now a 2-round lead. How many more can they continue to stack on this T side? And this is the problem. You couldn't have come into this event ruling FaZe out, because if they do show up, which they clearly are, and then they make it to the stage, that old trope that we have, and it's a trope because it's true, is about these boys being big game players. They do their best work on the stage, and it's a completely different game when you get into that type of environment. There's certain rounds that you can and can't call. All right, aggression again. Flashed out B main. Frozen will call that. He thought about flashing himself back in for the fight. But jostling for position. Vitality will give that over. It hasn't spurred FaZe into an immediate reaction. They're still just going to take their time.
Yeah, I saw a double HE towards Cam there. That's a cheeky way of doing it. Trying to catch the player in Zywoo's position.
They want to go back to B. Consider the little dots with the bomb going all the way back through spawn. So they pushed out B main Vitality. They saw nothing. Frozen didn't even bother hedging back to harass. A nade towards B main is a little bit of information, but both teams playing for pieces of this chessboard.
Yeah, simultaneously.
Mid-smoke. That might stall them out. Do you keep pushing, or do you think that has some potency behind it?
Looks like they're just going to go back to more a default 2-1-2.
This is a B retake setup right now. The position of Mezzi is telling. Blocked at a very good time.
They go all the same. Good placement of his util here. Apex and Spinks. Spam damage. They're committing through that smoke. Carrigan, low HP, might try and make a play. Caught by Spinks. Good work from him. That's a massive double. Catches Rain, departing Con. Now the flank from Apex comes in and connects. Zywoo even finishing off Frozen. And it all falls to Brokey. He gets overrun. 2 from Zywoo. Credit to Mezzi for delaying that. Just got the cavalry there in time.
And that's what you would have been screaming if you were Apex. I have a timing, I'm flanking, just delay, don't die, don't die. It's okay if we give away the plant. Because he did continue to push mid after that B pressure came in. Neo on the mic immediately calls the tactical timeout, the first for FaZe.
Spinks, man, what a frag. Finding the second really changed the state of affairs. Bang.
I know the stats don't say it, but I feel like we're seeing... Wow, it's when you compare it to the A1, it doesn't really stack up, because that's normally a financial decision or positional decision, but I feel like we are seeing more and more A4s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more of an aimer's gun, I think. Okay, Neo, what have you cooked up in the lab, my friend? Still more than enough money for FaZe to get out a full buy. Now lacking a little bit of utility on Rain. Only has a smoke to his name. Brokey with the AWP. So both teams about to lock horns. In round number 10, we are getting to the tail end of half number 1, map number 3. They're going to go aggressive B-man again. They're flashing out once more. Apex is setting them up.
Early pressure onto frozen. They know that it's rarely occupied by more than one, so why not confirm it? And there's no early pressure from FaZe anywhere.
Yeah, I like that. The fact that they're not like smoking left side sight and dropping down and trying to take the initial pick or mollying B-main to stop the aggression. Vitality are making the most of it.
Especially because FaZe invest 2 smokes off the rip most times. It's a lurk smoke and a con smoke. Ensuring they can't make anything off of it early. Apex is scared of mid. He's heading through beach to A. Concedes mid completely. Lets flameZ know that it's a vulnerability.
Looks like a good rotation though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it seems like he's ahead of the play.
Well, they're ahead of all of this. Look how close they are. They're here so quick, Alex. They're not ready for this.
No, ZywOo was. Gets Karrigan. Apex is there, but surprised by Frozen's trade.
They know that flameZ has to be around. Well, Mezzi's so fast on this too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
he's going to catch him off guard. Like Frozen, are you anticipating someone to be? Yeah, I don't think he is. This is going to shock him. This is a free. Ooh, nice catch. Takes down Frozen. Brokey Heaven with a lot to do. Robs through main smoke. Brokey, oh, he's getting stressed. Flames forces him to look at him with the defuse. Now Robs is in the clutch, but they're just sitting at defuse. Couple of seconds. It's Vitality 5. An impressive round. Genuinely impressive from Vitality. Their awareness, that rotation from Apex, he was so ahead of the play.
And mezzi as well. I think the proactivity of them at the start. All right, let's prod B. Let's see what type of round we're dealing with. If we spot more than just Frozen babysitting, then we know that it's going to be something a bit of a different round, maybe a B play. Then not only did they go aggressive long, they went straight down towards Connector and they did the same thing. And at that point, they had a good idea that it's likely either going to be this A play or mid. The rotation from Apex gets over in time. I thought they were going to have a real jump on them because FaZe had made so much headway without making a lot of sound. Vitality can win the half.
That would be crazy. CT side Anubis, third map for the spot in the playoffs. And yeah, this one's going to go one way fast. Karrigan trying to push the smoke, goes down.
Yeah, this map was played 14 times during stage 1.
And was it as T-side bias as usual?
Well, let's bring up the stats. I think 4 out of the 7 maps, I think, were T-sided.
Okay. Yeah.
During the play-ins.
Ooh, hard tracking from Spinks, but gets the job done.
Yeah, Anubis with a huge sample size was 61.2%.
T.
Wasn't the most T-sided, but the other maps have such smaller sample sizes compared. Like Vertigo, 62, 63 for Inferno. Ancient was T-sided, 58.
But Anubis up there. So, I mean, the point stands. If Vitality can leave with 7, they will have done a lot of heavy lifting in this first half. Brokey Robs left alone with just Desert Eagles and a dream. And Apex here to disrupt that. Flash will force him off.
At least make him turn.
Yeah, Robs just has to time this perfect. Oh, actually gets the info for free. Then they flash. I like that approach. Gives it a bit more potency and threat, but there's ZywOo to provide the cover. Need to hit some bangers here, Robs, and has not done that. 6. Already accrued. Could this be 7?
And you just have to look at FaZe so far in this T-half. Who's the man that you'd attribute to the impact on these rounds? It's Rain. 3 on the pistol round, 2 on an A-main rifle round push. Had an opening kill when they were doing a B split. He's the man that FaZe have had to look to crack them into these scenarios. Otherwise, Vitality have done a good job of reading the play, rotating in, and now FaZe, they would love 6 before they go into this 2-minute break. And again, they're going for the same type of scenario. Heavy with this clump of individuals. Rain, Brokey, Rops over towards A. Nobody outside of B at the start. They have dropped the lurk smoke. They're fed up of those pushes of the likes of Spinks and mezzi for info. That lurk smoke has also pulled Apex over because of the extra angles that it opens up over towards the site. And I think they're just going with the keep it simple, stupid method. FaZe looking to attack A once more.
But they've got ZywOo, and he is posted. So they have to do this perfectly. By the book, flashes in. ZywOo's still not blind. Playing a real tight gap here. The Molotov will force a decision out of him, and he just respects it. Gets out, tucks to cave. Rob's playing ahead of the util. A repeat attempt from ZywOo costs him his life. He actually ate the flash there, and down they go.
Rain again.
It's, Rain impact. Double kill from him. Karrigan catches rotations. Apex unable to do anything. Just as you talked about his impact, Chad, he finds a boatload more of it. Trying to find the best way to approach this in a 2-on-4. Worried about a mid lurk, nothing home.
We off to Spinks. You got to give this one a go, mate.
Second flash he does. Attempt, and we have 6-6. So dead even on the half. Got their work cut out for them as we swap sides. Vitality taking to the T side in pursuit of the Lanxess Arena. One final half of Counter-Strike separates us from putting another team locked in for the playoffs. FaZe and Vitality fans watching on the very edge of their seat, I'm sure, as this final half of Anubis awaits us. FaZe will take to the CT side. They've managed to muster up 6, but Vitality's defense, and some incredible work from the likes of Spinks, has put us in position where we're talking about a favored Vitality finish. They're on the T side. What do they go for to start with a bang? Pick up that pistol and put them on the right foot. Whoa. It's Rain again. I mean, that was the other side of the coin. Rain has been doing everything he can. The dual Berettas kept humble. It's ZywOo with the Glock testing. Flashing in for Robs, trying to set him up for success, but now they know where he is. Carrigan hits a necessary headshot, but it's Robs. Good for flameZ. Puts it onto Spinks. Bomb lost on Fountain. This is a dream for FaZe. Start their CT side with a bit of momentum behind the pistol. That hasn't been an issue, finding the pistol, but converting, it's a conversation we'll have when we get there. For now, it's just Spinks without the bomb and with a whole lot of time. So patience, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe grab a drink.
Yeah, and you mentioned edge of the seat. Falcons are as well. They'll be playing the loser of this series. Winner will take on the victor of Complexity and Mouse, which is currently going on, twitch.tv/ESLCSB. Sounds like it's heating up. I can hear Scrawny and Launders making a bit of noise. But Spinks, he was patient. He waited out the smoke, and now he returns to see if he can pull off a 1-on-3. No Kevlar, 63 points of health, and a flash.
They know they have the bomb. And down he goes.
Another one for Rain. Okay, well, that's 5 out of the 6 pistols within the series. But of those 5, FaZe have only won the follow-up once. They've only made the conversion once.
That's damning.
So if you're Vitality, and I think in that, Vitality even gave it to them. I think they even took the eco in that scenario. So
okay. So is it definitely now or never, FaZe? If you're going to try and convert a round that you have all of the advantages, but every time, actually, this is an interesting one from Vitality. What do you make of this?
It's not an all-in.
No.
It's a turn to the god of Counter-Strike in some people's book.
Yeah, born on the
but
day
definitely a
Counter-Strike
French
was.
Counter-Strike. The god of the team.
While still remaining financially viable into the next.
Vitality's poster boy. One of the 3 in the conversation for Player of the Year so far, alongside of the likes of Donk, already eliminated, and Monacy.
Playing next.
Up next against Astralis for elimination. Or survival, because the Lancer still ain't on the line in that one. Will be another series between the Danes or G2. But ZywOo, can you make another miracle happen?
No, he can't.
Not if you're going up against Rain.
Too good. Too damn good.
So good.
So good.
All right, well, Alex, Rain is... Are you ready for this?
Go on.
He's sitting down.
Yes.
7-1 in opening duels. This man...
Oh, man, pressure.
is definitely helping define how we look at the aging players.
For real. Yeah, I mean, him and Dupree are doing everything they can.
7-1. Impact on almost all of the T-side rounds that they picked up. And he's not slowing down. 2-round advantage for FaZe. The rifles come out for everybody besides Apex.
He's going to have another peek. He's feeling himself. Early info towards T-stairs. Mezzy, oof, swallowed 50 points of damage or thereabouts. Jumps over the spam from ZywOo, trying to return the favor.
They've just blocked out towards A main once more, and they might try and aggress somewhere else on the map while doing so. They've completely foregone the site, just hoping that the smoke wall does its job, and that's why we're so focused on these mid and B players, because that's most likely where the first action comes in. Still about 10 seconds Vitality have to wait before the main smoke clears. So Mezzy just staring at that grey screen, and now ZywOo the same. So being blocked across, B main push. Spinks will hear this. Second flash is great, but they're not able to capitalize on it.
Oh, and he still gets Rain jiggling out. That's a very important trade back. Frozen takes it.
It's just Carrigan over towards A with an MP9.
And that could very well be the beginning of Vitality's first round.
Where does Mezzy use this molly? Oh, perfect.
Oh, Carrigan's in trouble. Wow, he still gets one. Not bad, but that is. Robs gets nothing. Would have liked a bit more, but the flashbang from Apex was too damn good.
Might have to be the save. You can see the finances for Rain and Brokey. They're in the doldrums as far as the buys are concerned. They have to play this one conservative. I'm curious over towards B. The second flash looked really good onto Spinks' position, but nobody pushed forward to clear out Pizza. And that's an opening kill back the other way. We were doing an Anubis game just the other day where we saw that used to great success.
Yeah.
That type of a push to clear out that difficult corner. But FaZe can't say the same. So Vitality will win the first rifle round, draw it back to just 1, and Apex will even get an AK for his troubles. Frozen can drop something. I think it is going to be Rain who needs that the most.
Yeah, tough from FaZe.
ZywOo just mentioned Famous, but it was able to pick up an AK. So I think they should be aware that that is a possibility.
Good shooting as well in combination with those flashbangs from Apex. Oh, clean with it.
I respect the crosshair choice as well. Oh, Rops has gone into an AUG.
Yeah, he's An innovator.
Yeah, we saw him doing it on Dust2 as well, and I understand that it gives him a few more options.
This is the angle, by the way. If ever I'm trying to reference it, this is the angle Robs takes it.
Hey, Rush, press 1 if you could, mate. Thanks,
you.
mate. Thanks, Rush. You can get off him now. Sorry, mate. Sorry to disturb you.
That was the angle. To surprise flameZ on his clears, but we are not going A. At least not for now.
Yeah, she's not having any util, right? So he is just going to have to play heads up, and Brokey's also tucked over towards A, so they are playing a bit of a turtle setup on the CT side. There's a lot of room for Vitality to take for seemingly free, but they are going to go through the motions. Good flash, flameZ going to clear closed doors, nobody home. An exchange of smoke, so Carrigan trying to puff up his chest and seem bigger than he is. Oh, Rain will have heard that drop, but looking like they want to pivot back towards A again. Now, we mentioned Rops having a good series so far. This would be his moment to stand up with a bit of a statement. Multi-kill required.
Ready's his aim. Nade to bait. Save from Fountain, and there's the jump surprise. It's only one. flameZ good for it. flameZ double up. Carrigan, are you next? On the naughty list, he overlooks the position, but a knee-jerk trade. Straight from ZywOo, and the site is lost.
They need to be going 1-for-1 in that situation, because if Carrigan comes in and then it's a 2v2, it seems like a possible retake, but Rain and Frozen know that trying to get back in towards that bomb site, even with a number advantage at the best of times, can be very difficult. Sure, they have an Incendiary, a HE, and a kit to work with, but it's just too tall of a task and too much to risk at this point of the game. So Vitality, they will get away with it. Great necessary trade there from flameZ with the flash coming in. It's Brokey stepping out and getting nothing done. And you can understand why he's doing so, because Carrigan was under pressure in middle. I think he was smoked off towards Temple, so they didn't really have a whole lot of information of exactly what was going to be piping through and if it was going to be a split. So you can justify Brokey's swing.
Yeah, I really liked their quick reaction after Carrigan smoked doors to just drop and group A. It was just like kind of, you know, maybe it took them 10, 15 seconds to configure, and then it was gone. Into A. Good work from flameZ. 8-8. 2 on the trot for Vitality's T-side campaign.
Well, I think one of the good fortunes for FaZe is Rain has one of these saved rifles. It will be light investments from the remainder of the FaZe clan, allowing that loss bonus to build going into the next. They should get the buys out, no dramas, 2,400. But what can Rain do? Carrigan the bait.
I like it. The Incendiary does indicate that there is aggression afoot.
I'm glad he called his jets. He could have just kept going in. But the fact that he stays alive, it's even though you only have a USP, it's really important to just be a name on the board. Something to fear. Don't give them any inch, any mile.
You know, Robs has walked it.
This is a great timing for Robs. They're going to hard clear it though, Alex. They will 100% hard clear this.
Oh, I think.
Well, it wasn't a hard
It was a clear.
But they did clear it.
Yeah.
So they 99% will hard clear it.
An alternative boost from the statue boost.
The problem I have with this is they don't have a smoke. And if you're Vitality with all these nades, surely you molly it, right?
Yeah, Spinks is the one with the Molotov.
Right, Spinks? Oh, that's a bit shallow.
Hang on, there's the molly.
There she is.
Well,
good night, sweet princess.
He's still got an angle, and he's still got a chance to find impact. Rain does find 2. Now with Frozen's help, and they're actually doing it. Triple kill on the rifle. Frozen closes. That's massive for FaZe. What a gift. Rain continues to deliver.
They missed the molly.
Yeah, he still had space on Glyph.
I can't quite believe that. Look at this, look at the gap and all the damage that he does. They did use the molly, just not deep enough. They even naded with it. There's a second nade that came into play, and Rain continues to have massive impact against Team Vitality in a game for the arena.
Oh, the juxtaposition between the two. Fury on one side, Jubilation on the other. Tech9's Chad, it's aggressive. They're counting on ZywOo. They've put an AK in his hands and they said, please go kill. But he finds nothing on Con. Spinks an early death, an early departure. Starting.
They even had the opening kill in that round. That was a 4v5. And then the execute should have been bang on. They flubbed it. They threw that smoke too shallow into the molly, so it didn't even go left side sight correctly.
He's got all the time in the world to find drops there. Perfect flashbang from Apex. I'm sure he's getting plenty of the effective flashes. Carrigan, what have you got here? Yeah, wise. Zywu was holding that angle for the cross.
Good flash.
Whoa,
you like
Apex
that.
again with these flashbangs. 3-on-3. Carrigan activates. Good find. Catches flames.
Bullets.
Focusing now on ezi. Yeah, had to be headshots with the limited bullets. Bomb plant. 2-on-2. Rain and Frozen, though. They did it once. Can they save them again? So much at stake. What have you got, Rain? ezi hunting him. And ezi delivers for Vitality. An important kill again on the A side. He's having a T side, is ezi. Frozen rocking up from main. Apex well aware of that possibility. The HE will soften him up. Peeks in, anticipating. Oh, they're so low. They are so low, but so is the time. He has to go. Now or never. Tries the transfer. Needs to get on that bomb. It's not perfectly planted. Time sensitive. ezi swings. What's the time? A little too shy. Vitality fight back.
When Frozen just survives there to hold on to that AK, giving them at least something to carry through. And you see Rain already in heaven, but how much can you ask of the guy? He's done such a great job in this third and deciding map of the series with his impact in that moment. Just couldn't deliver the necessary kill onto ezi coming searching. And this time round, FaZe opened things up with that entry, but you have to really give credit to flameZ. The flash work was bang on. Rob's completely blind, and the same for that of Brokey. And there wasn't necessarily the most conventional flash position that he threw the second one from. He was down in canals.
Yeah, great flashes from ezi and Apex. They've got 24 flash assists combined.
Now there's the first, and the second was a thing of beauty as well.
Wait,
Frozen giving this 1-on-2.
That's not flash assist. That's Valve EF. That's just people flashed. Enemies flashed.
Is it? Wow, whatever the definition is. I'm just going to call it EF.
Yeah, Valve calls it enemies flashed. HLTV calls it effective flashes.
God damn it, guys. Can't we just get on the same page?
We just can't.
Well, Vitality, you win this. You're going to crack through. You're going to break that glass ceiling.
I've heard about that.
It's like about a chocolate factory.
No Willy Wonkas here. Rain backing away. Forced away. 2 rifles in the mix. God, this is all hanging on by a thread.
Gambled 4 towards B. Just Rops in A main. Mid is a void, and Carrigan addressing that. What do they know? It's not a worry. It is just going to be an execute towards B once more.
Uses his smoke. Here's that MAC-10. Rain well aware that there's potential for Spinks to be occupying that far right angle. Frozen and Brokey both just kind of ready to deliver if he gives the fight. There it is! Spinks gets one, but shut down.
They're rotating.
They're silently walking towards middle, magnetizing towards mid with a little bit of A on top. ezi and Zywu heading towards Robs. Completely flashed. He's got to get one hit. Oh, hard to track. Doesn't do well with that. ezi does great, and Carrigan, the next victim. Apex catches him off on the rotate. Rain, however, perpetual threat. What's he got? Noah, bullet. Lands towards his ribcage.
Here comes Brokey.
Brokey big, actually. Catching Zywu. Rain down, but it's all up to Brokey. He could do this. ezi's overlooked this potential crouch walk, and now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Brokey, this would be huge. Can he secure it for FaZe? Bomb planted. Flames versus Brokey. Xtaz not gonna blink. And it's all good in the Vitality hood. Saved by Flames.
What a series this has been. These lighter buys, always a thorn in either side. Back and forth, the individuals on display, and another round coming down to a 1v1. flameZ gets it done.
Oh man, you gotta love some Counter-Strike, haven't you? Getting your Monday night started with a bang. Oh, I thought Brokey had done a lot there, but Flames, look at this angle he finds, and a quick first bullet headshot on the Galil. Not shy, not shy. Apex as well, the same.
Red carpet rolled out for 11 now for Vitality. Has to finally be a round with no threats. A flash and a P250 is all FaZe can bring into this one. This is probably the easiest round Vitality have played in this map so far. But everybody's here.
Yeah, stacking a flash. flameZ is actually going to be the
run
perfect
past
disruptor, though. Yeah, they're going to walk straight past him. Nice little distraction. Get the Galil, guys. Get the Galil. And then flameZ.
They got the Galil.
Yeah, but then flameZ takes it all away. Stops the Galil retrieval. Takes down Brokey. mezZ charges out main, and jobs are good. 11-9 the scoreline, and we are going to get the guns back out for FaZe.
Keep it up, boys. Keep fucking going. Keep communicating. You know the flash game? You know the flash game? Fashal knows it. Okay, let's do FaZe.
Oh, okay.
I presume Cave is con.
I believe that they call.
Okay.
Yep.
Rain's not going to be anywhere near that.
This is B. Look how direct this is. The radar tells the entire picture of this round.
They started 3A.
Yeah, well, A's been an issue because look at Rops. He's been getting exploited.
Yeah.
It's a great call from Apex.
Oh, he wants it. In pursuit of being just one round away. Rain empty-handed. That surely sealed the deal. 12 imminent. They have to save Chad.
If
and that's
they
if
can.
Apex, yeah, allows it. What a fantastic call and read.
Just straight into it, direct again from Vitality. We had some similar scenes going down on Dust2.
Surely that tickles your IGL brain. You see that they've conditioned A, they know the A anchor's struggling, you know that Karrigan's aware that it's a vulnerability, you just lost a 1v1 on A, you've lost multiple rounds on A, and so you call a direct approach towards the underguarded site.
And you throw into the mix that Rain's the one holding over towards Connector, and he's been having the most impacts for FaZe in the game so far, so we think, well, we want to avoid this threat, but no, they go straight into it, pull off the execute, even having a talk in spawn to discuss, you know, do we know the right flashes? Regardless, they pull it off, they stick the landing, they get to 12 first, and now it needs to be 3 consecutive for FaZe, who were able to retain 3 guns. Drops are available because of the loss bonus. Rain and Frozen will be equipped, but now for Karrigan, this is the mental game. Does he go back to stacking 3 players towards A? Does he go for an aggressive maneuver? How does he want to approach this CT side? But it's a conversation for Apex to have the same with his team, and they are the ones who have more opportunities. Do we want to just throw balls to the wall, do something fast, do something aggressive, see if we can close it? Because even if they stack the right side and you are in their face, you just have to get these trades and that's round done. It could be the perfect call from Karrigan, but it might not matter.
30 seconds to talk this one through. You can see both sides are locked in conversation. Series point, 3 of them.
Vitality, 1 round away from returning to the Lanxess. Headed to the semis last year, lost to Ents. mezZ was not a part of this roster then. He's never played on the stage in Cologne. He'd love to get out there, the Brit.
Apex has seen a few Cologne finals over his career. 2 to be specific. Frozen flirting with some aggression. They want to just take early B main, but ZywOo's with them. ZywOo's here. He can do a lot, but no, it's Frozen. Great work. Double kill. flameZ at least 1 back. Rain could be next. Rain, he's faffing around with his nades, and that 2-man advantage just dissolves, disappears. Apex down to Karrigan, just walking through the smoke. Crazy start to this round. That's a brand new flavor. I haven't seen that at all. After these timeouts, this is what we're left with. A Frozen double. Responded to in kind. Apex overextending into mid, and now they're walking into B. Brokey's got a lot to do. He's more worried about Canals. He has to be aware that he's keeping B open. He has to be aware that he's exposed to jail.
Barrel spotted.
Oh, Brokey. Oh, he's not gone down. flameZ whiffs it. Brokey allowed. No, he's not. On the crossbar, goes down. flameZ vulnerable. Brought to 50. They're both coming in from con side. Spinks punching in the code. Tagged down. That M4 one-shot headshot looks more likely now, but not if flameZ hits everything. It's up to Rops. A tough map. 2 good maps, but can he redeem himself here? A 1-on-1 to extend play. Up against Spinks. Has the kit. Battle of wits, and Spinks has managed to get himself all the way down, tucked into cave.
It's not planted for him.
That's a ballsy call. Rops won't understand that. Hello! He's just brought the fight to him! Disbelief! And there's Vitality. They have secured the Lanxess Arena. The Golden Hornets will be happy. mezZ, a ticket booked to his very first
A tough battle. 3 maps. FaZe showed up on Inferno. Dust